All right, everybody,
Oh,
from the desert to the mountains to the sea and everywhere in between. Welcome to another Sunday with RJ's Lives. We got our special guest today, uh, Richter from Richter Knives. Of course, we have Patty and Tom, Slippy and Thrifty. We're all here. We're ready to go. We're gonna have a great show. I see a bunch of guys in the chat already. We got Mike Curtis, El Cap Addict, 1 Minute Knife Review, Dean P. Byron Kennedy is here. Fantastic. Members of the regiment and non members of the regiment, welcome. Yeah, we're ready. It's here, it's upon us. Uh, okay. Mr. Richter, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself? You're a world famous Instagrammer and YouTuber extraordinaire, rising star in the community. Welcome.
Hey, everybody. Uh, Good to be here. Actually, pretty honored to be on this thing. I watch it a lot, but I normally don't say anything in the chat and anything like that because I don't want to interrupt anybody, but it's pretty fun. It feels weird looking at myself on this chat, but it's going to be fun, I think.
You never thought you'd actually be in a criminal lineup? Is that it?
Right. So I got a YouTube channel, Richter Knives, and Instagram. I've been on Instagram a long time, for a really long time, and not all of it was knives all the time from way back when. But I've always liked knives. But here, probably in the last 5 or 6 years, I've just been a big knife guy. And one day I just decided to put up a YouTube video, and after that, it was, my Instagram got bigger immediately, I guess, from the YouTube. I guess they go hand in hand. So I'm enjoying this, making a lot of new friends, and it's pretty cool to be able to talk to folks that like the same thing I do. Where I work and my family and stuff, they're about tired of me talking about knives, but I don't think they'll.
yeah, amen to that.
Well, you're always welcome to come and talk knives with us because we're all knife nerds and we're not going to stop.
And don't worry about your YouTube channel growing. You'll notice a marked slowdown after you've been on here.
You probably lose half your subs.
Right.
We're joking with Maddie the other day. He says you're going to be the first guy to do 2 400 sub giveaways.
one on the way up and one on the way down. Huh?
Yeah.
It could definitely happen that way. Well, you did things kind of different. Like you said, YouTube and Instagram go together. And I started my Instagram at the urging of other YouTubers. And so I had started YouTube first, and then I went to Instagram. And it was funny because my Instagram, I had more followers there than I had YouTube subs. Now they're pretty much neck and neck. And it flip-flops, from month to month where I have more followers and stuff. So it's kind of fun. But this live stream has been huge to me because I just enjoy hanging out with fellow like-minded individuals like yourself and stuff.
Right.
When did you start the whole thing with the slips and stuff? I know that's really taken off and been a big deal for you and your channel.
Well, probably when I first started, I had one pocket knife. It was a Case Trapper, and I accidentally electrocuted the blade when I went through a live wire, and it put a hole in my blade. And I'm like, darn, now I need a new knife. So I only had that one knife. So I start getting on YouTube, and I'm looking at all these knives. I'm like, I want to get a good one, and I want one for the rest of my life. I'm going to figure out which one it is. So I start looking. I'm watching all these videos, and I'm like, I want that one. Wait, I want that one. Here I am. I can't choose. And I'm sure y'all done the same thing. But I'm looking through all these videos. So I get on Instagram, and I'm like, I like that one. I like that one. Oh, man, it just snowballed, right? So
Yep.
when I started picking up a few knives, I'm like, well, I seen slips on Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that because I guess my algorithm or whatever shows the leather stuff as well. So I seen like Hitchin' Timber, a bunch of different ones, and I was like, well, dadgummit, let me get one of those. So I go to their website and it's like $40 for a slip, and I'm like, what? I can't afford that. So I said, I know what I'll do. It's just a folded piece of leather, and you just stitch it. So let me go get some leather. So I went and got some leather, and came up with the most horrible piece of junk you've ever seen. And just tried to get better. Well, maybe I'll make another one that'll look a little bit better. I started with a fork, right? Poking holes with a fork, and it was terrible. And didn't even use the right thread or nothing. It was the worst thing you've ever seen. And I'll probably post pictures on my Instagram just show y'all how terrible it was. But I started getting into that and trying to make them a little bit better. And it's just, for me, I wasn't making them for anybody. Well, I started getting a little better, and I was like, man, this thing looks pretty cool. And I would post a picture on it, and somebody would say, hey, will you make me one? And I'm like, well, sure. So I would do that. And then I started to try to sell them, and there wasn't really a market. I guess my Instagram, I'm on like 500 followers at the time, maybe 400, something like that. No YouTube channel. Just some buddies saying, hey, can I have one of those? And then what's his name? Messer HQ was on YouTube, and me and him started being real good friends. And he bought some leather from me, but that was a while back. And then it just kind of stopped. I'm still making my own. So then I start this YouTube channel, and about my 4th or 5th video in, I don't remember, I showed all my slips that I made, right? Instantly, bam, 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 bam. Everybody's asking me for one. And then Erica's EDC got on her YouTube, and I guess she's my hype girl or something. I don't know. But out of nowhere, my DMs are blowing up. Hey, can you make me a slip? I seen you on Erica's EDC. I was like, wow, okay. So I started saying, sure. Hey, I'll do it. And now it's to the point to where, like, I'm pretty darn busy. I'm doing at least 2 weeks worth right now ahead of time. And I'm like, wow, this came out of nowhere. I only started the YouTube channel to talk about knives. I never in the world ever thought I'd say anything about a leather slip or anybody with a leather slip from me. So it's kind of taken off. I'm having fun with it, though. So it's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you're very talented, because I've seen it. Erica was where I first seen your slips or first heard about them. So she really has been pushing them. There's very rarely an episode gets past now where she's not talking about them, which is lovely that somebody appreciating your work. It must be. I've never had that experience, but
it's pretty cool.
I appreciate your work, Patty. I do. Been a fan for a long time.
Yeah, here comes the wet kipper.
Yeah, because when I started the YouTube channel, and actually all my life before the YouTube channel, I had no idea what a leather slip was. Never used one. Had never heard of one. And then somebody said, you need to try some. And then there was a YouTube that a video that William from William's Knife Life had made, and he said he got some slips from one of his viewers, and I commented on it saying that those are really neat. And so then that guy contacted me. I guess he saw my comment on the video. He says, hey, you want me to send you some slips? And I said, yeah, that'd be awesome. He makes them out of old leather furniture. So he'll go down and he reclaims the leather from leather furniture and just stitches them together. And he sent me 3 or 4 of them, and they've just been awesome, and I've been using those, and they work out pretty good. So that's another source of leather for you if you get tired of buying the leather. See if you can, although I guess most furniture is actually kind of pleather instead of leather, but but you can definitely for practice and stuff like that, for anybody else that's wants to try making slips and stuff like that, don't overlook that as a source material for your slips. And those have worked out fine for me. So, but yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Of course, Rough Rider came out with their line of slips, and I think everybody kind of bought that. And then John from JO Ventures was like the first slip maker that we've had on the live stream. And he does great work. We have all kind of been the beneficiaries of John's leather shop, so he does a great job with his.
He does.
So it's really cool that the leather community and the knife community are kind of coming together at that intersection of the passions that we really enjoy. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know where JO is, so definitely there. So what's new with you, Tom? Have you got anything new that you'd like to share or talk about? Any good stuff happened to you this week?
I'm sorry. You say Richter?
I said Tom.
Oh,
Tommy,
Are you muted,
there?
Tom?
Tommy the
Are you-
mute.
Tom's fully focused on what he's doing.
frozen,
I'm here.
Frozen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You didn't answer the question, though. We're still waiting for the answer.
As usual, he didn't get the topic or the question. Okay,
Tom.
moving
Tom.
on. I
We've
mean,
got a semaphore.
here
Did
we
you get
are.
anything new?
We're not even a quarter hour into the show, and here we are already.
I think my time's come.
Tommy,
See you, Matt. Okay, Patty, would you
Can
like
you
to
hear me?
You're paying attention.
Yeah, Patty, same question.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, have you got anything you want to share with us?
Just a whole bunch of lag by the look of it.
Yeah.
that was
Tom,
a minute
okay.
ago.
Poke your screen, Tom. Are you there? Do
No,
we
he's
need
still not
to
there.
send you a lifeline?
All right.
Right.
Got anything new, Patty?
Have I got anything? Yeah, I got the new Jack Wolf knife this weekend from Ben.
Nice.
And completely different. I just wasn't expecting it. And it's taken me, well, it took me about 2 days to come round to it. But normally when I get them, I know it's going to be the sort of similar size, thickness, that sort of thing. And I've loved every one so far. And then this one came in the post and I opened the box and I went, oh. And it's the first time that I've had that reaction to a Jack Wolf. But it took
Patty,
me
will you
about
just
2
whip
days.
it out and show us? Just
Yeah,
go get it.
It's a doctor's knife, which is not a
Yeah.
knife that I ever thought Ben would think of making. Do you know what I mean? Just never rang a bell. And of course, we don't know what's coming. We know probably about 3 days before you.
Did you have it there on hand? Would you like to show it?
I have indeed.
Nice. Let's bring you up full screen here. Because I
There you
think
go.
that looks fantastic.
Do you want to know something? 3 days into it, and I absolutely love it. But I didn't love it until I started using it, which is, a good thing, I suppose. But it's very thin. Absolutely, you can get because it's thin as in this direction, but it's thick enough that when you put your hand around it, you get, because it's a full 4 fingers, it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. It's not wobbling in my hand, even when I was hard using it through cardboard boxes. And I have to say that blade, that ram's foot, although it's a sheep's foot by the creator, but it's definitely a ram's foot. I just love it. This is White Storm carbon fiber,
That's
a fat
cool.
carbon, I think. And there's about 5 different carbon fibers now. They're all absolutely smashing looking, I have to say.
That's cool.
But it's the same. It's 3 millimeters in the back. And would you believe in that short distance, it's down to between 12 and 14 degrees behind the edge. It's
Wow.
a slicing machine. And look at let me see if I can get my hand up. I just love showing people this. Look how thin that is all the way up. You could go halfway up that blade and still have a really super edge. Super. So yes, after 3 days, 2 days, but now on the 3rd day I've been using it. It is like a laser. Definitely a doctor's knife. I just need to find somebody who's going to let me operate.
Well, I'll let you operate if I get to keep the knife afterwards.
Right? When I operate, there is no after.
Oh, now, see, that's not right. That's just not
There's
right.
no after knife.
So, hey, Patty, is that knife, is that comparable to the 15 GC, is that about the same size?
Um, it would. I'll just get to show you the size because it is hard to get a comparison. It would be a bit bigger than the 15. Let me see. Here's a 15. There's the number 15, and there's the. So it's about a quarter of an inch longer than the 15.
Not too much.
When you put the butt up together,
Whoa, what was that?
it's as wide as a 15, if you can see that there, and it just goes longer. And honestly, there's you know where you get a skinny knife. Some of my doctor knives are very skinny, and you put it in your hand, it never feels quite secure if you wanted to do a good push through. But this is just, I have to say, he's done it again, and even though the surprise got me, it's definitely a beautiful looking knife.
And
Just something different to have in the collection.
For that, is that the S45?
No, it's S90V. It'll last me a
S90V.
year. You know,
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I'll strop this is about all I'm going to ever have to do with S90V.
right.
Honestly, it's just. I've got. What is here? I've got a. I'll just show you one of my doctor's knives. I have a wee Remington doctor's knife. And
Yeah,
again, it's nice just to see the difference.
Yeah. Let me bring you back into full screen.
I can't see through my hands, Tom.
Why not?
So there's it. These are butt to butt, and there's it compared to a normal little doctor's knife, which is
Yeah.
a real skinny little knife
Right.
compared to the depth of this. So it's not like your average doctor knife. It is a bit bigger, and it's just big enough because Ben has pretty big hands anyway. But I've just a large hand, and I really is very comfortable, really very comfortable. And I love the big nail nick on the other side. I love the nail nick in it. And you don't need to use the nail nick. Listen to this walk and talk again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful, I have to say.
Yeah.
Really lovely. So I was pleased with that. And it was nice to be challenged. Sometimes you can just get a bit samey. Oh, I've got another lovely knife and it's beautiful. But to be challenged and work it out for myself was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
So other than that, have I had anything else new? I don't think I have. Although I'll probably think of something before you go. Yeah, no, I haven't had anything else. No, that's it.
Okay.
That is it for this week.
All right. Are you ready now, Tom?
I am ready. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry,
That's better.
Welcome to the show.
I was having some technical difficulties, but I think I
Is that
got
what they
that
call it
solved.
now?
That's what I call
Yeah,
it
you hit
anyway.
it well.
You could call it incompetence. It's incompetence by any other name, right? So anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. It's great to see everybody again, and we're going to have a great show. And I think I actually read the instructions. We're going to look at carbon steel knives and patina. Is that right?
Yes.
Patina, some people call it.
Yep.
Well, as Richter says, you have to say it 3 times or it's not patina.
Patina.
There you go.
How'd that work out?
That's
We're
good.
doing good.
Am I supposed to show a knife? I'm sorry, I've been busy kind of moderating too, so I've lost track of what's going on.
Well, speaking of doctor's knives, don't you have a big announcement there, Doctor?
Oh, do I ever?
I thought you might want to take this opportunity to look through your hands on that one, but I don't know.
I don't get it till tomorrow.
Oh, you don't get it till tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'll still announce it. I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
I am
for,
too.
For anyone that's followed my channel here a little bit, you know I'm a big case knife collector for the Ictus series. And in 2018, they came out with the Smooth Blue Ice series.
Yeah.
And I thought I had the complete set of not only the Smooth Blue Ice, but I thought I had at least one model of case knife that they ever came out with the symbol on. I discovered that they made a doctor's knife with the Smooth Blue Ice. And of course, they were out of stock everywhere by the time I discovered it. and I have had an eBay alert out for probably almost a year now for a Case Doctor's knife with the Ictus symbol and the smooth blue ice. And lo and behold, Wednesday or Thursday in my email, there it was staring at me. And I paid too much, but that's what happens when you're addicted here, especially to certain collections. So with that knife, I should have at least the entire family of the smooth blue ice Ictus from 2018. Plus, I should have every model of case knife that's come out with an Ictus shield on it.
Very
That
good.
is awesome.
That is a
Anytime-
special one.
Yeah.
It is.
Anytime you hear about somebody completing their collection or getting the knives that have been on their list for a long time, I love news like that. That's just so great. That really is cool.
Oh, and I need to say hi to Richter. Nice to meet you. Hello, Richter.
He's got a holiday now.
Uh-oh.
You're
Mr.
contagious,
Richter?
Tom. He caught it from you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. It must be catching.
It must be. Well, maybe this will just be a special episode of technical difficulties. It could happen.
It could be.
We've been through the gamut. We've gone to where I've hit a green screen and you couldn't see through your hands, and you've muted yourself and frozen and all this other kind of stuff. So definitely, we've been having fun with that. So how about you, Slippy? You got anything you want to share from this week?
I don't have anything new this week, but I've got a couple of new things coming, which I'm quite excited about. I managed to find myself a USA-made old-timer 8OT here in the UK, so I'm pretty excited to get that.
Yeah,
It's not arrived yet, because we've got the coronation and the bank holiday, so that's delayed, which is great. So I'm hoping to get that sort of middle of next week, which will be nice. No other real big news at the moment. More stuff sort of coming up at the end of next week, but no new knives really since last time. Bit of a stale week for new knives.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't have anything new from this week either. What is that you got there? Comment alert. Okay, Tom, go ahead. What's our
What's the
comment?
tip jar?
Our comment is Mike Curtis gifted one RJ's Knives membership, and the winner was Slip Joint Sawyer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Very
Welcome.
nice.
What are the chances?
Welcome
Thank
to
you,
the
Mike.
regiment, Flippy. That is awesome. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Congratulations, Matt. That's pretty cool. How about you, John? Did you have anything new happen for you this week?
Yeah, I got something for Tommy 200. Something that he would certainly admire. And I probably already kind of revealed what that was because I had a review of it already. But we've got the Buck 373 in burl wood.
That's beautiful. And I noticed you had to send one of your first one back.
I did.
I did too. Yeah.
Wasn't happy with the way it came out the first time.
Mhm.
So I
And,
think what happened is Tom sent his back in, and then they just resold it to you, John.
Probably was what it was. Thanks, Tom.
Okay,
No,
let's go. Over
Yeah,
this
it had a bad little spot on the back where some of the material was missing off the spring, and this one's just a lot better. So don't have any
That's
of that
good.
major gapping.
Does that blade close properly now?
Yeah, and the middle blade with sheep's foot blade. These are on 3 springs, so you wouldn't think they would stick, but apparently they're still a little tight in there. But now that closes nicely, so pretty happy with that. But
Good.
really beautiful burl wood.
Nice.
Just a
That is nice wood.
great handle material, isn't it? Look at that back. That's probably even better than the front. Yeah.
And I would
like
say
it.
they're pretty reasonably priced, are they, John?
Yeah, they're $25.
Good gosh, that's some knife for $25. Like,
It sure is. Now, I got to handle one in real life because Ken, who's in the chat, he bought one. And so I was looking at his model, and we did not have the same experience. His was really good. And I think, the one you got was just a one-off. Like I said, it came from Tom to you.
Yeah, I think so.
But
I
then,
got big shoulders. You can lay the blame on me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But okay. Ken forgives you now for the initial review you had.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought it was a good knife. Of course, my 303 that I found in a secondhand store, I've sent it into Buck for a refresh, and
Mhm.
so it hasn't come back yet. When it comes back, then we'll do another. I did a little initial review of it, and that was an American-made one from the 1990s. So we'll see
Right.
how a 30 some odd year old knife that really had been through the ringer comes back from the factory from the refresh. We'll see if it looks really nice. So we will see. I'm really excited for that. I sent that the 113 Ranger Skinner in there also. We got that one cleaned up. So both of those were
Very
secondhand purchases for me, and I'm excited to get those back and see how they are.
There's
there was-
something about secondhand purchases, though, isn't there? There's just something
Yeah.
special about them.
Absolutely.
Even if you're just going to do them up and don't even, do a great job, they're just lovely to use. Something that's got that
Yeah.
time in it. It's got time
Yeah.
and somebody's loving it.
I'm glad you
Right.
feel that way, Patty, because yesterday I bought a secondhand donut and I put it in the mail to you.
Wow, I'm afraid at what stage in the secondhand process it was in when he
Yes.
sent it to you.
You'll
Was
find
it
out.
pre-consumption or post-consumption?
Exactly.
I don't kiss and tell. I'm not going to say.
Oh, no.
There was a question for Patty and or Matt in the comments. Somebody asked if there were any UK commemorative knives made for the coronation.
Yeah, there will have been, yeah.
Yeah, like I've not seen any, but they've done it for past sort of jubilees and things like that. So I'm sure Paddy's got one. He's got one.
Okay, yeah. I've got one from the Queen's 25th. Where is it now? Let me just see.
Yeah,
where
some of the
it is.
Sheffield companies made some for a few years.
Yeah, I think it's Richards do a lot of them. I don't know whether they still do, but where is the?
I'll have a quick look, see what we got there.
Ah, there it is. Well, this one's special to me because this was the Queen's Silver Jubilee, and she came down and inspected the ships in Portsmouth, and I happened to be in training at Portsmouth. And this is it. Let me just get this up here. Oh, that light's a bit bright. Can you see that? That's the sort of thing they do. Silver Jubilee, 1952 to 77. I was in training, so we went down to watch just a plain sort of iced back to it. And it's not a bad little penknife. It's usable, but it's nothing great. But I would say London is absolutely coming down with them. And then after it's over, they'll start to spread out around the country.
Oh, okay.
Which is usually the way of it. But that 1977 was the year I joined up as well, so it's sort of doubly special.
Right.
Had they switched from sail to steam then, Patty, or?
Still would, but you got the odd steam one, yeah.
Actually, I was on a wooden ship too, so iron men of wooden ships.
That's for sure. All right.
Are you a collector of knives, Richter, or do you is it more for use rather than collection?
I never set out to have a collection. I just really wanted to have a cool knife, and I guess I wanted the best knife I could get. So you all watch YouTube. I do the same thing, and I'll look at one and I'll say, "Good God, I've got to have that one now." And then I'll go get one. It ends up, I sold a whole bunch of them right before I started YouTube, and I think I had a total of maybe 15 knives, and that's it. Right now, I think I doubled that, so I'm about at 30. So I wouldn't call it a real collection. I mean, to a normal person, that's a collection, but to a knife guy, it's probably I use 95% of them.
Yeah.
The ones that I don't use are just probably the ones that just it's hard to kick out the other ones to get those in my pocket.
Right. Exactly. I know how that is.
Have you found yourself going either with more to traditional or more to the locking knives?
I'm a traditional guy. I'll always love traditionals more than I love moderns. I use the
Yeah.
modern out of convenience, the one hand type thing. Also, it never hurts to carry 2 knives. So I might carry 3 knives. Now,
Yeah.
I know people that carry 4 knives, so I don't feel so bad about it. So, I always carry one traditional and one modern in my right front pocket. And that's kind of how I go about it. I don't have very many locking knives, like you say, probably 5 of them. I'm looking at 5 of them. I got my knives right here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this wee doctor's knife that came out, this would be an excellent leather worker's knife. It's so thin, so sharp, and with S90V, my goodness, that would go through some leather before you had sharpened it.
Yeah, I bet it would, huh? It's pretty sweet.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was going down to Matt there. Matt's looking, oh, I would try that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send it to you after I've reviewed it?
Yes, please.
Well, I'll send it down to you and then you can give your opinion.
Oh, we got Tom.
We're all at it now.
You need
Conversation alert.
Okay,
Only one tip jar allowed on this show.
who wants to take it, Tom or John?
Go ahead, TK. Give it your best shot.
I don't know what you're going to say. I just know
See,
what I was
there you
gonna
go,
say.
RJ. Just ignore his comment alerts.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No,
There was a question in the chat, and it was from a guy named Thrifty Kniffy, and it says, why does it sound like when Patty says pin, it sounds like pear? Could you pronounce pin for us, Patty?
Pin.
Okay, so are you saying pear knife or are you saying pin knife?
Oh, pen knife. God, you're bad speaking. You are. The Queen's English is pen.
You got an
taught you
R in there
years
somewhere.
ago.
Pear knife. What is it?
Is it the Queen's English or the King's English now?
Yeah,
One
it's
of
the
my
King's
English.
No, I just wanted to say Casey from Knives Fast says he's listening in. He's on the go,
okay.
but he's listening
Oh,
in.
okay.
Hey, Casey. Glad to
I think
glad
Good to have
Casey
you,
is always
Casey.
on the go.
glad to have you here. All right, another question for our guest, Richter. Tell us what it is about patina on a blade that just makes your heart sing. What is it that you love?
Well, I don't know if y'all ever had smoked brisket from Texas,
Oh
or
yes,
if you ever had tamales,
yes,
or you ever been on a date with the love of your life.
yep, done that too.
That's how I feel about patina. Well, to me, it gives character. Like you can always have a knife. Like the knife I carried a case for a long time was my only knife, and it was a stainless steel, and I never wanted what I called rust on my knife, so I always, tried to clean it off or whatever, try to keep my knife clean, and there's something about, like I showed my wallet a while ago, I think, and that patina, it just shows that you're using it. Like RJ, you might have a knife, the same exact knife that I have, and mine's going to look different. It's going to be mine. You know what I'm saying? And it has a
Right.
personality. It kind of pulls that personality out of it. So anything with a patina, just draws me to it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a knife. It could be my Zippo lighter. It could be, my wallet, whatever it is. But I just love the patina on a knife. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It just makes it yours. That's pretty much the thing I like about it, is it makes it yours, and gives it character.
Yeah, we got another comment alert from Big J. He said that Richter lives in Teenertown.
I do.
Also, Jeroen says he'd date the love of his life, but his wife probably wouldn't like it.
Why not?
So there's that too. Nice.
Tom, you wouldn't be a man who likes patina, would you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would.
I've
And
never seen a dirty Tom knife.
Look there. That's a good looking
Oh,
knife,
that's
Tom.
lovely.
There you
I
go.
bought this knife. It's a Boy Scout knife. My Utica Boy Scout knife. Or
Lovely.
Ulster, I mean. And this was bought in the 1970s, and that is all natural patina on it.
That's lovely.
Very nice and even. A few little splotches here and there, but for the most part, it's all nice and even.
That is cool. Hey, Jake
Nice
from
tip.
Ohio State. Nice to see you here.
Well, if that's what I knew I needed to get some tips there, John, I'd have showed my patina a lot more. But
That's the only knife you got with any on it, isn't it?
no, I think
No. His tuber case pace has got patina on it.
Oh yeah.
On the outside, yeah.
Yeah.
His
Have you
blade
noticed
sharpener's got patina on it.
his smile is better since he started using case paste too.
that's right. Yeah.
Well, I have one that has a forced patina that I did this. This is a Rough Rider. This is in their Carbon Classic 2 series, but I used some apple cider vinegar to put the patina on this, which I thought made it look pretty cool. So it's definitely got a patina, nice and dark. But I'm not so much a fan of forced patinas anymore. I kind of like how the natural ones are. Look, Tom, I can see through my hands.
Good for you.
Yep, right through the goalpost. But I do love a good canoe pattern, and I think this one does, even though it's got the big R on it that John despises.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
Patty.
I got plenty
The
of
RT
RTs.
bolster. The RT bolster.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got plenty of them.
I do too.
I'm willing to look past it if the knife's that good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeroen has a nice comment alert. Any
Yes.
tips besides the vinegar to get a nice patina? Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
stick
good.
it in an apple.
Let's go around. Let's go around the table there. We'll start with you, Richter. What do you like to use to get a patina on your knives?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Okay. Well, I guess he froze up. We'll come back.
I'll
around.
answer.
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
My favorite method, age. That's where an
I think
electrician
I'm having
goes.
technical difficulties right now. I got a storm where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, for me, it's just age. I guess I've never forced any on. But
Yeah.
that's pretty nice, dark, even patina right there.
It is. Okay, let me get Mr. Richter back in here. There we go. All right, how's that? Better?
Oh yeah, I got a storm where I'm at, so my internet's kind of acting up.
Okay. So what was going to be your answer for how do you like to put a patina on your knives?
I just like to use it on food. A lot of times, probably the best looking patina for me is something you'll use on like a hot pork chop or steak, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes a wallet's real thin, so I just have to use an apple. I don't know.
Right.
So the best looking patina for me is probably, like I said, it's going to be like from food, pretty much hot steak,
Right.
hot pork chops, chicken. Pretty much to me makes it look real good. Most of the time, I'm not really looking to make my patina really look good. I'm just kind of using it. It's got a patina on it. I've forced them before when I first started, heard about forcing patinas.
Right.
Out of curiosity, I tried it.
Right.
I used
I was kind of the same way.
hot apple cider vinegar, things like that. I don't know if y'all can hear me. My internet's jacked up.
Yep, you're good.
Yes, we can hear you. And what about you, Stephen? Do you have anything to add to that?
I'm definitely not. I've never forced patina a knife. And in
Sorry
saying
about my
that,
issues, though.
no problem, buddy. Yeah, I've never forced patina. Mine, funny as Richter said it, when you get patina, this one's a newer knife, and you can see the patina there's a line on it, a darker line at the tip and back where it's gone through steak or chops. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's from steak
Yeah.
and chops. This is probably from apple or an orange or whatever, but I never force it. And it's funny because a lot of carbon, sometimes the same sort of carbon just takes a completely different. Again, this was just used on steak, and look how black and it went like that nearly straight away when I
Yeah.
put it through a steak. Now, the rest is just natural patina from when I'm using a knife. And sometimes I'm not very good at wiping them down if they've got wet. And it doesn't really bother me, I have to say. As long as it's a knife I'm going to keep and it's mine, I wouldn't be that fussy. But I do like patina on anything that's got a carbon blade. There's
Yes.
another new one. Just wanted to show you. This is a sodbuster, one of Richter's favorite things. This has been used going through meat as well. And you can see that sort of bit here always takes that darker bit because that's where it goes into the meat and comes across. So I don't try to hide it, and it'll come eventually right the way up the knife. And it seems to do that naturally. Just it'll gray after about a year or two, even if you haven't used all of the blade for cutting meat or fruit, it will just gray itself. It seems to spread.
Yes, that is true. Very true.
So yeah, no force. Just let it happen. Another thing is sometimes, like last year, I took all my knives that had patina and case pasted them and took it all off. And you see, the day I done it, I regretted it completely from that first day. And I've swore since then, I've been redoing them again and using them, that I'll never take it off again because it ruined the soul of the knife.
Yeah, it's almost like you had to start over.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The day afterwards, I knew I'd made a mistake.
Right.
Well, on a lot of them, I like the old antique store finds.
Yeah.
I do clean the blades off good and polish them good because a lot of times there's rust on there. So I've got it all cleaned off, and now that I've got it cleaned off, I'll probably never touch them again. And 20 years from now or so, it should have a nice even patina to them. But
yes.
When you got to get rid of rust in one spot, it just makes it so uneven looking.
Yeah.
I decide I'll just take it all off and start from scratch that way.
Right.
Yeah, you've actually made some really good jobs of old knives. Now, I have to say, I like watching your restoration videos.
Yeah, do I?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
They're a hit, that's for sure.
Well,
Looks
thank
like you're
you.
all queued up there, John. So let's bring you in
Well,
there.
I don't know if this is any kind of shock to anybody, but I don't really do the force patina thing either. But I will say my favorite patina on a knife that I bought, one from the 60s, and it has a beautiful patina on the blade as it is, and
It's
that would
black
kind
as hell.
yeah, that would be kind of my ideal patina for any knife. But that was not forced. That is just natural aged patina there.
Yeah.
On both blades, it's pretty much the same. Now you probably use the clip point blade more, so you probably have a little darker on there. But whoever had it before me.
Yeah.
But as far as force patina, what I've found is a slow method of patining a knife, and that's just take it's something that's carbon steel and placing it in a slip like this with the blade open. You don't have to have any direct contact with the sheath itself. The acids in the leather will actually patina that nice and slowly. So if you're just trying to do it in a more forced but more natural way, I would recommend trying this. I don't know if anybody's done that, but
I have not.
to me would be a little more natural patina that gets on there. I feel like when you force it, it gets too dark, and you can't kind of undo that unless you start over. So.
Yeah.
I can't stop. I can't stop looking at the bone on that knife. That is beautiful.
Which one was that, Patty?
The one you just
The
showed?
saber.
Oh, the saber. I almost forgot. Yeah. Yeah, the bone. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Beautiful. Now that's patina. That's been fingered and played with, and it's been bits of chip taken out of that. That's patina,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
not just the blade.
Right. Bolsters as well. Yeah, and it's just amazing that you can get
Beautiful
these for,
knife.
I don't know, what was it, like $20? It's ridiculous when you can find them.
Yeah. Really cool. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's where you're at a big advantage over there. Our second-hand market, unless you know somebody and buy from somebody, but Etsy and eBay, they just don't do knives. Or very, very few knives now.
Yeah, there's like
Etsy
one
for
or two
years.
stores I'll go to on your Etsy, but everything else sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a real sad thing that you can't get the older knives.
yeah. So a couple of things. Prop Blast is saying that he uses the blood in a pack of beef. You know, the juices that are in that.
Yeah, that'll do it. The iron in that'll definitely do it.
Yeah. And then Byron, or not Byron, but Gary asked if acid etching a blade qualifies as a patina. And so, what do you guys have an opinion on that? Would you put that? I think I'd probably put that in the category of a forced patina.
Yeah.
Because you're doing an acid wash. I do have an example of something that's acid washed. I will. This is actually one of the fan favorites, and this is that solo bladed copperhead that Case came out with, and I really like this one. They did this acid wash on there.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And that is awesome.
The CV. Yeah, this is a really great knife. When you talk about a nice, slim and thin carbon steel knife, this one is definitely comes to mind. I love that arrowhead shield that it has on there. But these are awesome if you can find them. But they did, I think, 4 or 5 different acid washed CV models the year those came out.
Boker does a really lovely black wash on some of their knives. The acid
They
wash
do, yeah.
lovely too.
Yeah, and it's nice because it gives some protection to the blade also. You know, so that's nice. That's for sure. Anybody want to show anything next?
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Okay, sounds good.
So this is my sort of natural patina. It's on a little roper sow belly. I don't know if I can get this one there. Starting to go. This is just from food prep. So just cutting up some veg, a little bit of meat when I'm making dinner.
Nice.
Go along sort of nicely. You can see obviously how much of the blade you can only really use because of the downward angle of the blade. So you got this up here, it's pretty much clean, and you got this all here. But this is all sort of natural, and that's all just leave it until it gets really, really sort of black and dark, and I'll probably clean it off, regret it like Paddy did, and then I'll just go again. But nice, easy to patina, 1065 carbon.
Yes.
If you really like it. It takes a nice, easy patina as well. This one, I maybe used this for about 5 minutes, and that's the sort of patina I got in that sort of time. Maybe a couple of days ago, I think I'd used it.
Yeah.
Which is nice to. I have forced patinas as well. I've got an example up here of a forced one. It's on a little half whittler by Case, but I haven't cleaned it off purely as like a reminder to myself to never do it again, because it just sort of there's shiny bits on the blade and like random black bits. You see where it's like at the bottom here, it's all still shiny. It's just sort of the whole middle is black.
Right.
And that's easy to see. Like that.
Got some racing stripes on there.
Yeah, it's got go faster stripes on it.
Actually, in the UK, have you heard of what do you call them? Blade. I've got it up here. Blade Bridge.
Yeah.
He does sack knives, and he does an amazing acid wash. His is fantastic, and he does
I
it
will
on
have to
sacks.
get one. I will get one. Hang on.
Yeah, he does it on sacks, and he's really talented, I have to say, because I think there is a talent in whatever you're doing. There's even to do an acid blade wash. There's some look really good, and some just look terrible.
Yeah.
But he'll do it on any knife. I have to say, he's very good at it. Have you got a favorite knife pattern that you stick to, Richter?
Not that I stick to. I do have a favorite knife pattern. This GC Viper,
Oh,
the sway back. I love the sway back.
thank you.
To me, this is like genius. And then this I have a little kick too.
Good boy.
It's a sway back,
Good boy.
and I find it like really useful. And you said this camera, RJ, was going to mess me up, and it is.
I did.
But I love the sway back with the Warncliffe. To me, that's a great pattern.
Yeah, the swaybacks are really neat. I like those too.
It's funny. I like the little case swayback. I've still got it, but all my other swaybacks I've let go for some reason. I wasn't using them for. I can't even give you a reason. It's just one of them things. But the wee case swayback is just gorgeous. I love it.
No. The bone that they put, that chestnut bone they put on that one, is just
it's
beautiful.
just. Where's my? I've actually got it in stag, and it's some of the best. It's some of the best stag I've ever seen on a knife. It is beautiful. Look at that, both sides. It is just a stunning little knife. I love it. And that stag gives it just that little bit more girth as well. You know, when you're holding it, so comfortable.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Sorry to interrupt there.
Oh no, you did fine. There was a natural pause there. You didn't jump on him. I was actually surprised that the swayback is your favorite, Richter, because I thought you were going to come with a sodbuster for sure.
You've been showing I like that sodbuster. I like the sodbuster. And the swayback, if you look at my sticker for my channel, it has a Viper in it. So
nice.
That in, I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Was actually going to be picking up a swayback. Not a huge fan of the pattern when it gets a little insane on the curve. I like a light swayback when they can get a little exaggerated. It becomes an annoyance to me. But there's the knife by Arthur Wright and Sons, the Tackler.
Yeah,
I'm looking to pick up. So
I actually want one of them myself.
Got the kind of a Warncliffe sheep's foot in betweener blade kind of thing.
Everybody seems to be catching on to. Is it APTK or something?
Double APK, yeah.
Double APK, yeah. The place on there, James, sells UK knives.
Yeah,
I don't know if Richter's interested in the UK knives, but they're about 30 quid and they're great working knives, and they take a patina lovely.
There you go, James and Company.
Yeah. It's lovely to see you're able to get them over there at a reasonable price and not having
he's
to.
Selling them quick. I can tell you. I watched his inventory. Yeah. It's just getting depleted really fast.
The last couple of weeks, I've just seen them everywhere.
Yeah, after you put the word out, then that was it.
Yeah, I should have kept my mouth shut.
It was another American YouTuber that put it out that I heard it first, and then
probably I think. Oh man,
I can't think of his name either.
Bakery Wizard. Was that it?
No, it was before Bakery Wizard. He's just started getting them now too. He's got a whole lot, but it's a really unusual name. He's a very well-spoken, very softly spoken fella. I think he might even be Canadian, but I can't think of his name now. It's gone completely out of my head. But he showed them a couple of months ago, and then all of a sudden they just started appearing.
Yeah, get back to us next week.
I was going to say, if he's well spoken and stuff, he definitely doesn't fit in with us.
No, I thought I better add that in quickly.
We stumble it all over.
Exactly. Oh,
You
yes,
sulking, Matt?
that's an excellent comment there, Matt. 51 viewers, and yes, thank you all for
Oh, that's great.
joining us and
Yes.
coming on in.
Then
Yeah,
let me
watching
go
these
ahead
five
and-
idiots talk about knives.
Let me fill in Tom's role since he's not here. Hit that like button, everyone.
Yes, please do.
I'll tip
Yep.
myself.
And Ken has a comment alert also. He wants to know if that guy, if he speaks English, unlike Patty.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, Ken. Be nice to Patty. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm getting ready for my wooden overcoat. Stop it.
Jeez. Getting
Not
dark
quite.
in here, like RJ's
Yep.
comment the other day in the pine.
Well, speaking
box bench workbench.
of wooden overcoats, Richter, since you actually have one, the coffin-shaped slips. How do those ride in your
I love it if you just stopped at coffin.
Or if that helps it stay upright in your pocket as opposed to a rectangular one.
Well, it does. Oh, there you go. That's a good looking slip right there. I'll tell you what.
Thrifty has one. There you go.
Yeah, them are good looking slips, man.
They are.
Georgia Adventure, love that dude. Man, he's so cool.
He was on here last week.
He makes these things. I remember one time before he ever started making them, he messaged me and he said, "Hey man, have you ever made a coffin slip?" And I said, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, like a couple of days ago I did." And I showed him mine, and it was in crazy horse leather, and I had red and blue stitching on it, and mine did not even look close to as cool as his. And I ain't made one since I started seeing his, because I'm like, man, that is just too cool. Look at the pirate on there. But to answer your question, like here's one of the slips that I normally use, and I made this because of the bottom right here kind of sits in your pocket and doesn't, turn over this way and turn into a log. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's one of the reasons to even have a slip to begin with, is because when you start having your knife start going this way in your pocket, and then during the day it's just doing this, that's so uncomfortable. It's awkward.
It drives me nuts
all the time.
Yeah.
I used to carry my case, my case trapper, and I would start it with my back pocket, and it would do that. And all the time, and it looks like you're scratching your butt or something trying to fix it. You can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's even worse when it's in the front pocket.
Yeah. So I like this right here. And this right here, this coffin slip right here is kind of wide enough to where I haven't really had a problem. It might slant just a little bit into your pocket, but this right here, it kind of grabs hold of your pocket and kind of leans like that. Every now and again it'll fall, but not that much, honestly. But I love this thing, and I got this knife from Jersey Knife Guy. Thank you, Jersey. I see you on here. But this thing fits in there perfect. And how gorgeous is this? How gorgeous is this?
I'm telling you, it's awesome.
But you do one with it looks like weatherboarding or planks. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, the wood. What I did is I don't know if you can see the grain or not. So what I've done is I'll just wet the leather, and I have a piece of wood in my shop, and I'll just bang it, and it just gets that imprint on it.
Really lovely. Look, it's not coming out well.
But I like that.
Yeah, very cool stuff indeed.
I just got this recently from one of my subscribers, and he's given me a few over the years. It's EDC or HSEDC, and he's a leather worker. That's his thing. And he does this where he puts an extra patch on the back, which has all been stamped and floral, which I think is just beautiful.
Yeah,
he has his logo mark on the front, but he has that. But he does the wide bottom for exactly that reason, so as it doesn't flop about in your pocket. Right. But I use this for my fixed blade carry. I just added a bit of leather in the bottom of it, a thin bit of thick leather. And then when I push it in, I just nip it into it and it holds it in there absolutely fine. So I love using
that. J.O. Venture says he's hearing the trade secrets, Richter.
Hey, I give all my secrets away, man. There's no secrets with me. I'm not in competition with anybody with this leather thing. J.O., I love your slips. Matter of fact, I got one right here. I just got in the mail yesterday for this electrician's knife, this traveling electrician's knife, and he done a great job on this bad boy right here.
class. Look at that. Yeah.
Welcome back, Tom.
Yeah, welcome back. Sorry, I didn't see you pop in there.
Well, I went to look for another knife with good patina on it.
Oh, okay. Well, here, I'll let you show it off. Since
great.
You may or may not be here for a long time. I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, I went and got myself a cup of coffee, and which reminds me, every time I do this show, I miss lunch and I get hungry. So.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, well, Patty was wondering what Twinkies are. There you go.
Oh, well, I have to ask you a question, Tom. Does cutting a Twinkie with your knife, does it leave a patina?
Oh, I never cut them. I just jam them all in at once.
Okay, as
Anyway,
one will.
This is one of them old antique store finds I got. It's a Cattaraugus cutlery, and I don't know when they went out of business, but it's been a long time, and I don't even close what was the clip blade there because the tang stamp is so worn. I don't want to wear the tang stamp out anymore. But you can see it had steel bolsters to it.
Yeah.
It's on the verge of being rust and being patina.
It's on the verge of becoming a fixed blade.
Yeah, just about. Just about.
Tom, that's a stick.
That's a stick. That's right. But I'll tell you what, somebody sure loved this knife. And look at the second blade. They sure got their use out of it.
They sure did.
That's well used.
So that is an old knife.
Now you made El Phoenix hungry for a Twinkie.
Come on over.
Yeah, you got plenty, right? You got ho-hos for when you're done with the Twinkies?
Let's see. We got fried pies in here. We got Twinkies in here. We got ho-hos in here. So
what about Little Debbie? Do you have any Little Debbie over there?
Oh yeah, they're in here.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. J.O. Ventures doesn't know what a ho-ho is. You might have to show one. Yes, you're right, John. A Twinkie a day will keep the teeth away. That's for sure.
Yep.
Unless you brush with case paste.
That's right.
Get rid of all that nasty plaque and everything else.
Yeah.
All the tooth patina.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Brand New American says he likes Big Debbie, and if you eat enough Little Debbies, you become Big Debbie. That's for sure.
Tony's Ponies is asking, are Twinkies sweets or cakes? Well, they're sweet cakes.
There you go.
They're billed as a snack cake.
Now, Tom, I'm a little disappointed because you haven't reminded us in the last 20 minutes what you're supposed to do with that thumb in the middle of the screen.
The thumb in the middle. Are you talking about smashing that like button?
I am, Tom.
I've already done it. Have you? Everybody else, hit that like button, smash it.
What else?
Subscribe to Richter Knives, Slip Toy Enjoyer, Thrifty Knifty, Patty Potato Pillars. And if you're on here with RJ, you're probably already subscribed, but not. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll tell you what, another shameless plug. RJ has a spring store, and you can enter his spring store right here on his video down below. You can order coffee cups and hoodies and all kinds of other great memorabilia. So head on over to RJ Spring Store.
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
Well, I like the sound of the clinking, RJ. That's the only reason I was talking.
What else, Tom? What else can they do with my channel?
I'm just waiting.
They can also
I'm just
become
waiting for
a
the
member
flapper girl to
of the
come across
channel.
the screen.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what we
Join
need, Patty.
RJ's
Make it
regiment.
happen.
Yep.
Tom, if you want to plug something else, you can plug the Discord.
And we got Discord too.
Yes.
And Matt, you want to plug that one?
You can say it. I'll find the link.
What's that? Okay.
Oh,
Well, I got to remember the name of it because I'm not on
Slip
it very often.
Sanitarium.
Yep.
Slip
So we
Joint
are.
Sanitarium.
Yep. The Slip Joint Sanitarium. You can join me and Thrifty and Matt. We all get on there. Just talk about knives and stuff during the week. If you guys can't get enough of us on Sunday.
Paddy, you can't work it. Let's not lie about it. You don't know how to work
Well,
it.
yeah, but I am officially on it. I've got on it. I just can't use it.
Yeah, okay. Paddy's a member. You just won't ever talk to him there.
If somebody can send Patty the instructions on how to log into the Discord server, that'd be much appreciated.
I've done that. I've tried.
Yes, but we need someone less technically competent than you, Matt, to send him the instructions.
I would help him, but Matt had to help me. So
somebody has got to bring a book out for YouTube for Dummies and have all the different explanations of how you get into things, because I have no notion.
That's true.
That's why you have Judd.
Yeah, that's why you have
Somebody would
Judd.
make a fortune if they had that, YouTube for Dummies.
John?
You see, if I had to go back on now and join YouTube, I'd be out of here.
John,
I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. And had somebody on the end of a phone talking me through all the things. I honestly thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. It was flipping awful.
Do you see the look on Patty's face every time you drop a coin in?
Oh, yeah? Is he annoyed?
Yeah.
All right.
He cringes. He's like, he's one penny closer to his flight to Ireland.
John, what you should do, put a couple of coins in and then put your hand over the top and just sort of do this.
No. I don't want to be that annoying.
I don't know, John. You're not far off.
They're not pennies, they're pence.
Half pence.
Couple half pence.
It's not even money. It's just like it's like a couple of bits of cut off copper in the bottom. He's shaking about.
Yeah. Just to let Richter in on, they're saving up money to get a flight for Tom to come over to my house.
Yeah. That's right.
A penny at a time.
Penny at a time.
We ought to start a GoFundMe for him. He'll probably be there next week.
Yeah, another 200 years, he'll make it.
Benjamin Franklin, a penny saved is a penny earned.
Not at my house.
There's no such thing as a penny saved. It's a penny spent on knives, and that's it.
That's right.
Okay, here's another question for Richter. What is your Grail knife?
Yes.
I want to say there might be one or two. Right off the top of my head, really want a Northwoods Fremont Jack. Northwoods Fremont Jack. I don't see myself getting one of those anytime soon just because I don't know if you see my wallet and how thin it is. But, that's one of the ones I really want. I don't have a Northwoods at this time. I like the Northwoods and a GC 35 cattle knife is what I'm eyeballing right now. That's a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Now those equal-ended knives and the cattle knives are pretty neat, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
I got this one yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. And I'm tickled to death with it. This is a 35 GC. And they got the cattle knife version as well. That's the one I really am wanting. It's like a maroon elderberry jig bone. Am I right, Patty? I think you have one, don't you?
Yeah, mine isn't a 35. I've got the. Where's mine? Let me just.
Oh, you got the 78. Yeah, you got the 78. I think I know your collection pretty well.
No, it's not a 78 either. It's a wait till I find. It's a 29. It's got the punch,
Yeah.
but it has the most beautiful bone. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's got the most beautiful bone on it.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't know what you call it, a cattle knife. I probably not. But they call it the Stockyard Whittler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the same size as 35, but I mean, I love the actual this beautiful punch, and I have used this lots of times to go through leather, and it just goes through. And wood, it'll go through an inch block of wood in like a couple of turns. Well, maybe a bit more than a couple, and it's got a lovely long sheep's foot, and then just the most gorgeous clip point that only
I wish that.
can do.
Yeah, I wish that knife was made as a production item by somebody with that blade set. You know.
Yeah, well, they are. I mean, I'm even. Does Case have one? I know I've seen a couple about that are the
I know
same pattern.
Yeah, Case makes one with a punch. I don't know who else does, but I'd like to see those be more common. They seem like they're not as common.
Really lovely.
Yeah, they
I mean,
are.
how often do we need 3 blades in a day?
Yeah.
No, you don't, but you always want more, don't you? Everyone wants
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Give me
Well,
more.
that is one of my favorites, I have to say, of your sort of your basic run GEC.
Yeah,
Richter, weren't you the one that showed the 10-bladed trapper?
No, that was Doom's
that was
Crew.
Doom Crew showed
Doom
that
Crew.
one.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pakistani meat grinder.
That was a fun review.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're on the multi blades, this is still
Here we go.
Patty
this is
takes
still
over
one
the
of my
show.
favorite.
That's
Huh?
okay. I don't mind.
Patty will take over the show with multi-blades.
That's okay. You got to play.
Who's got a hacksaw on their knife?
Yeah,
There you go.
that thing.
I love that. It's got a hacksaw. It's got a cleaver blade.
Yeah.
And it has a lovely fat spear.
Yeah.
I just love this knife. And the fact that it's called a cock knife really does make it appealing.
You know, if you have that knife and a Cockney accent, then you're really you're set.
But the fact that Case used to make that for people who done cockfighting is amazing. I mean, it's exactly what it says. It was for cutting off the bones, sawing off if the animals got injured or whatever.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I forget who left that comment. I don't know if he's in the chat or something. Said that he had trained for cockfighting for about 6 months until he found out that they used chickens. All that wasted time.
That wasted time.
Oh, GEC has a new electrician knife. Pete says, I have not seen that. That's
I have not either.
Seen it. Not my cup of tea, I have to say.
It looks
Quite a few. The last
similar.
lot of GEC.
Does it look like a TL29 or?
It does. It looks just. I think it's the same pattern as this, the 35. I think, and it's.
Okay.
I think I've seen the orange. Well, it's got the same shield. Here, this camera. I'll tell you what. It's got the same shield, and I've seen the orange handles on it, the covers, and the main blade is an electrician's blade instead of a spear, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat looking.
Yeah, I have to say, I've not been a lover of the last few GECs. I haven't even tried to get them, which is not like me. But they've got a 56 pattern coming, which is fantastic. Which is the dog leg. It's a beautiful knife that GEC does. A really comfortable knife to use. So there's one of them coming out. I know our club over here in the UK is trying to get one as our club knife for this year. So fingers crossed, that would be a lovely one. I know I do have one now.
Definitely be nice. That's for sure. It'd be nice if there was more clubs like that, here in the US. I mean, there's some collector clubs.
Do you want to know there is? You see, if you go onto the GEC GEC Collectors Club, you go on there and you'll get your GECs much cheaper. just get involved in the group, and post and things like that. And they just sell knives to the group members at nearly cost price. You maybe put a tenner on for postage, but you get. That's where I got most of my knives from. There's a lovely. That's it there. It's a nice knife, to say.
Yep.
Is that a dog leg, Paddy? Yeah.
And then Dean Pete is talking about the Rosecraft blades coming out with their new Barlow knife too. Here,
I do enjoy it. I am looking for that Barlow.
Yep. Go ahead, Patty. Show that knife again.
All right. Yeah, this is the number 56. There you go. You can see the dog leg on that.
Oh yeah,
the dog's
that was
leg.
my first GEC. My first
was
GEC was 56, and it was the yellow mustard jig bone.
Yes, lovely. I have to say, I just love this stupid loud colored one. It really is the most inoffensive knife. If I'm in the UK, this knife is brilliant to carry if I'm going to be among sheeple.
Right.
Just doesn't scare anybody.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, comment alert.
Okay.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. It's okay. KC from Knives Fast says, you guys have the coolest slip joints. So awesome to watch and learn. Well, thanks, KC, for listening in.
Thank you, Casey.
And then
one for me as well.
Chino Bandito wants to know if anyone picked up the DLT GEC knife this week.
I did not.
I did not.
Yep, not
No.
me either.
I don't
Probably
know
way too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Honestly, there's a lot of times, actually over here in the UK, it can be sometimes easier to get a GEC over here than it can be in the States.
Wow.
Don't ask me why, but and I mean, the wee group I'm in, we don't add anything to the price. You just sell what you got it for, what you got in it, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really nice way to buy. Because I believe the secondhand market over in the States is crazy with GECs.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've every GC that I have is a secondhand GC. Well, some of them weren't used; they were brand new in the tube. But I've gotten them. I've never bought one from a dealer, so sometimes you can get really good deals, and trading as well. Trading, if you can't afford one and you got some knives that you don't mind getting rid of, some folks will trade those GCs. So. That kind of helps out if you got something you're looking for, something like that you can get something. But I don't even see myself buying a brand new one from a dealer or even trying unless it's maybe a single blade mid-size folder. But I'll try for that. I know they're kind of hard to get, but
yeah.
I mean, I have to say nearly all of mine are now single blades. I like single blades just for everyday use. Now I've got twin blade ones, but most of mine would nearly all be slim blades, like big blades that you would like. There's a lovely that big beastie. That's just a beautiful knife.
Yeah, let me bring that up.
That's a good 4-finger. In frontier bone.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
That's sweet.
It's a beautiful big knife.
Yeah.
Really nice. And it's a weighty big thing because there's lots of bone on it. It's a lovely weight on it. You know what I mean? Lovely
That's
knife.
got a patina on it. That looks great.
It's a real user knife. I love this.
Yeah.
I have to say, like most of us, if it's a knife that I'm going to keep, and I know I don't really ever want to get rid of it, then it gets used. The other ones get used, but I don't stick them in a stake.
Right.
But these will just go in anything at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got another comment.
Yeah, from Tobias.
From Tobias. Go ahead, RJ.
Yes, he says, hello, everyone. Hello, Tobias. Glad you're here. He wanted to know how Richter made it onto the live because he doesn't have a beard.
I do, but it's really small.
Well,
Your beard or
sometimes we have to take pity on the people that don't have great big beards and put them on, so that everybody knows that you don't have to have a beard to be a knife collector. It helps.
Have
but
we had anybody without a beard?
let's see. I don't know. Well, Pete doesn't have a beard. He has kind of the stubble shave thing going on.
yeah, Randy was on here without a beard, wasn't he?
Yeah, Randy didn't have a beard. Let's see who else was on here that didn't have a beard. But Tobias, if we get you on here, that would be awesome. If you ever want to come on, you have an invitation. Just let me know.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, John from JO Ventures. He didn't have a big beard either. But yeah, now they're saying we have to shave our beards. That's not nice.
Not
Wow.
happening.
Well,
Well,
I would look 12 years old if I shaved my beard. You've got no chance.
I took mine down to the wood today.
There you
at
go.
the risk of hurting Tobias's feelings, I'd rather see Skip on the show myself. The show.
Well, yeah, Tobias, send Skip a note if he'd like to come on here. He's welcome as well. Maybe we'll have you both on at the same time. I don't know if we can arrange that.
Before
nice.
he's gone to the Volcano Club.
Yes, for sure. Live from the Volcano Club. It's RJ's Knives.
Have you heard of Tobias,
Yeah.
Richter?
Yes, I am subbed.
Yeah, he's a fantastic channel. A font of knowledge for us traditional people.
Absolutely. Yeah, I loved Fun Knife Friday with the Sasquatch slasher blade. That was a true custom.
That was
I
a good
enjoyed
night.
that a lot. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check out the last Fun Knife Friday that was on his channel. You'll like that.
I didn't see it now.
Yeah, Skip got a good one. He got a good one.
We got a
RJ?
question.
I
Go
see
ahead,
the
Tom.
question for the
Got the
panel,
question?
but go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up from Tony's Ponies. The question for the panel: favorite way of storing and displaying knives. Mine is getting old Sheffield cutlery cases and customizing them.
Well, it's funny because on the Discord
Oh.
server this week, we've been having a lot of discussion about knife storage. Would you like to field this one, Matt?
Yeah, sure. So I can't really, it's kind of hard to show, but a lot of chat going on. I used to have these sort of zip up cases with like little elastic bits, they would slide underneath. But as we are with our knives, we like to get them out, fiddle about with them, probably stab yourself in the leg like I've done multiple times. And then it's just getting a bit infuriating having to take them in and out all the time. So I recently got myself similar to what John and Paddy have got, but it's a sort of a cheaper version for now until I get more space. It's just like a clear sort of acrylic little drawer system. So I've got them all in like their brands sorted out because I'm a massive nerd. But that works out quite well. And there's a few of us that have got them. I know Retro Stew is in the chat as well. He purchased one similar to what I've got from Amazon in the UK. Like really reasonable price. None of them are expensive. It's just a nice, easy way to store them, and you haven't got to keep digging them out of a case.
Yeah, very good. I'm like Pete. I'm using a toolbox that has drawers in it to store mine for the most part. And then I don't know, Tom, how do you store yours?
I have lots of small containers, and I take them out and I package them. And on some of the better collections, I got little labels on there, but I'll take a slip of paper and stick in there with a knife with just a little bit of the history behind it, so that when I pull it out, I can remember, who the maker was, maybe when it was made, and just some facts about it. So that's how I
Please
store
come to
mine
my
with them.
house.
Yeah.
What's that?
I really want you to come to my house. I'd love to be like that.
We should all chip in and pay for his flight so we can sort out Paddy's collection.
Yeah, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Tom to go visit Patty. It sounds like a mission of mercy at this point. Won't you chip in $5 to help him organize Patty's Knives Yeah.
Well, my basement, it's too humid down there to store the knives down there. So I store them up here on the main level, and having them in the containers like that, I shoot my videos down in the basement. So it's easy to take them back and forth. And so,
Yeah, we have a lot of votes for the Harbor Freight machinist box. Mike Curtis says he uses that, but Mike, you have so many knives, you must have 11 of those things laying around, right, Rick?
Yeah, you must have hundreds of those things around.
Yep, and we got the Dickies tool rolls. Yep, and oh, that's great for the dementia, Tom. Says Gary,
Yeah.
the Last Ranger. So you have that. I've actually, yeah, you're right, Jero. And Tom has 3 safes behind him, but not a safe in it. Nope, just filled with snack cakes.
gotta have your priorities, man. Oh, and I just wanted to show, people were asking too what a ho-ho is. There it is, right there. That round one right there with cream filled. Yeah, that's a ho-ho. See?
I
You gotta
thought
put it in the
that was-
freezer, Tom.
That's also a like a Swiss roll or something, I
A
think.
Swiss roll.
Yeah, that's
it,
what,
yeah.
I think that's what little Debbie calls them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then there's the Apache cases, also from Harbor Freight.
And
Oh,
and for
sorry,
the girls out there in California, let's not forget the donuts right there.
Let's go show them off. Go. Hey, King Snake Jake, show them off again, Tom. I didn't have you full screen.
I was going to say, don't forget the donuts. Gotta have the donuts.
Now remember, Tom was a policeman, so he's an expert on these things.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. See, they even kind of have a picture of what I just sent Patty. Remember, I said Patty's speechless for once in his life.
There you
I'm
go.
trying to shut up. I talk too much.
No.
John from JO Ventures uses the Plano fishing lure organizers. Those are good. Tobias says he has dehumidifiers running. Most of his knives are stored in old wooden sideboards if you're up north, or buffets if you're down south. There you go. Yep, Mike Curtis is almost to 1,000. I know that. Do you guys get Jaffa cakes? I think that must be a UK thing, Tony.
It's a UK thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Jaffa cake over here. Although I'll have to look, because sometimes in the market they'll have an international section, and they'll have foods from different places. Yeah, Ray says Mrs. Knife Delights is going to put you on a diet, Tom. I think she did, a diet of ho-hos and Twinkies.
That's right.
Tobias is storing your knives in wooden boxes with silica gel is a great way to neutralize the humidity.
Yep, I would believe that.
Yep, those are
that case Paddy's got up there is one I've been eyeing for a while as well, the little display thing.
Yeah, it's this one's a Sealy. It's sort of 6 small drawers and 2 large ones at the bottom, and then the top lifts up where I can put all my fixed blades. It's a deeper, and it's good. But there's another thing that I got. I got a couple of these. They're just
let me bring you.
I've one made of wood, but this one's just made of sort of plastic and paper. But it's actually really good, and you can see what's in it. So you can actually just store these on top. Now I don't have that many knives anymore, so I can get all my. Well, I'll send that. I've got a couple of storage things, but yeah. I just storage boxes like that, and I think this only cost me about £16 or something, and it's just plastic, but it really is useful.
Yeah, that's good.
Actually, one of the companies sent me I got one of these
All the
vault cases.
Yeah, I had some of those.
I got the vault kit, but I'm still not sure whether I actually would recommend it, to be honest. It's a bit footly with those elastic bands.
Yeah, that's the reason why I changed to the drawers. The elastic bands are doing my head in. Plus, like if you take knives out, they stretch, and you want to put a smaller knife in there, it just falls straight out.
Yeah,
Right. Absolutely. So yeah, knife storage is definitely one of those things that everybody's going to come up with their own solution. It's interesting to compare how everybody does it, though. That is for sure.
I think if you're a YouTuber, it nearly needs to be different as well. Well, for me, because I've got them all sitting here in front of me, I can pull if anybody's, I can just go straight there and pull them out, which I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that big box holds about 30 knives, and top and bottom, 15 each end, or a wee bit
Right.
more, even if you squeeze them. But it's so handy to get your knives out.
Yeah.
Have you tried the GE71, Richter?
Yes, I have. And we're going to talk
That's
about
a lovely-
patina on this show. I'm going to show you some patina because this bad boy right here has some patina on it. The handles,
Okay.
the knife.
That's well used.
This
Yep.
thing is probably maybe my most used pocket knife.
Yeah, they're lovely.
And you could tell the blade had some use on it because the belly's almost gone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
even the handles.
they're a nice knife.
My this thing, I was brand spanking new, and I dropped it on some white rocks and like put some dents in it and things like that. And there was like white deals, the dents in it, and I ended up sanding it down. You could kind of see. I sanded it down, and I didn't even like it until I sanded it down, and it started looking terrible. The more terrible it looks, the better it looks. But
Now, there's a knife collector for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Trying to get these all back in again now.
Yeah, that's always the hard part too. Is you get your storage out, and then you have troubles putting it away.
Do you know
You're
the
right.
trouble was, you see, when I just had a desk, I used to have my desk in the front room and had nice wee boxes. And then my wife gave me her sewing room when she stopped sewing. It's like a single bedroom, but she had used it for sewing with a big table in. And she gave it to me, and she gave me all this storage. I have turned into a slug. I just came in here and there's everything everywhere. I've got so much room, I don't know what to do with it now, which is just a nightmare. I used to be so organized.
Okay, Tom, do you need to be full screen for your shameless plug, or?
No, I was just going to throw a link up in the comments to History Delights. That's my sister channel. I just put up a new video, ran into a very interesting museum here in central Iowa. One man has spent 30 years building this little museum on his own, and it's absolutely fantastic. But I just wanted to throw my channel up there and just promote it shamelessly.
What sort of museum is it?
Well, it's a museum of his hometown. It's a small town of about 200 people. He's fourth generation there, and he's in his 70s. He bought an old bank building that's probably 80 to 100 years old, and completely refurbished the inside of the bank building. And then he has memorabilia from basically his hometown there that people have donated. But he's got a small military room there. He made mannequins and everything to display all the different uniforms. And what is neat is all the uniforms are from people from his hometown. So it's just a really fascinating museum. And this little small bank was actually robbed back in 1969. And I'll leave you in suspense on how that happened. But that in and of itself is an interesting story. So I'll put a link up to History Delights and ask everyone to go over and check it out, please.
I love eccentric people. I think they're the most interesting people in the world.
I think you would. I really think you would.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay.
So is that mystery from 1969 why Patty's not allowed in Iowa?
Yeah. It could be. It very could be. Well, could be.
I'm asking for a friend.
You're asking for a friend?
I'm sulking.
Yeah.
This is me officially sulking.
Here's another thing from Tobias, Tom. He wanted to know if you have heard of Fin Feather Furs Outfitters.
I have not. I saw his video and I was like, I remember Fins and Feather magazine, but I don't remember that Outfitters organization.
Yeah, so we don't. I love Zen's comment. If you've ever had to carry a gallon of paint up a water tower to defend your sister channel's honor, you might be from Iowa.
That's right.
Oh, Ray, come on now, be nice.
Correct.
Oh, Ray. Oh,
Everything is
man.
history.
Richter, help me out. Show a knife, quick. Get me off the topic of
I
conversation.
will. I'll show a knife real quick.
Save me.
Show a black knife, so it's still about Tom.
Yeah. So we stopped thinking about Tom. Here you go. Here's an old timer. This is a USA made one that I actually had a forced patina put on it because the blades were so stained that they didn't look right. Especially the little pen blade at the back. This is a 34 OT, but when the forced patina happened, the springs were carbon steel also, so it put a patina on the springs, which I thought looked really cool when it was all done. Yeah, because you don't see that.
Yeah, that one's come out really good.
Yeah, this was Mark Kaufman was who did this. He's got a channel also. He's not with us here today, but definitely.
I haven't seen Mark recently.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been busy. I know that he just had another child here just a couple months back, so I think he's got his hands full. Yes, TK, Mark Kaufman.
You kind of scared me when you said that he wasn't here with us today. I thought he died for a second.
No, he's just not. He's not in the chat. He's still very much alive, as far as I know. Yeah, I hope he lives a long time. He's got 2 young kids that need him, and I think that's where he is. I think he's busy with family stuff rather than making videos at the moment. But it has been a little while.
He'll get back to it when he gets his time back.
Yes.
Yeah, in about 18 years.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, it does get busy when you got little ones. That's for sure, Jeroen. He says Jeroen also said talking about history, his wife is almost an antique. So there you go.
I'm guessing she's not in the room with you.
I can hear that slap from here.
Yeah.
What about your wife, Richter? Does she get in with your hobby? Is she any interest?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Does your wife have any interest in your hobby or the kids?
About this much. My wife, she puts up with it, and she like entertains me when I say, "Hey, babe, look at this." You know, she's like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. All right." Well, I tried to actually get her. I tried to give her a case pocket knife. My mom, back in the day, my dad was a real knife guy, and he bought my mom a yellow handle case trapper, and she put it in the window, and she used it every day for kitchen stuff. And I done the same thing for my wife. I gave her a buck knife, and it's like a 110, the plastic black handle one. She uses it all the time, but I said, you know what? Maybe I'll get her something nicer. I'll get her a case knife. So I got her a case knife. Actually, this is it right here. It's a tribal lock bone stag.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
I got this for her, and she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I don't really like it." Okay, I'll find something you like.
Yeah.
But my daughter, she loves knives. She has her own pocket knife. She likes watching my videos. She actually watches all my videos. She watches some of y'all's videos too, actually. And
yeah, I've seen her in a few of your videos.
But she's 11 years old, and she likes some of this stuff. You know, she's not as into it as I am, obviously. And my son, he's 19. He carries a Benchmade and a Case mini trapper. And he likes knives too.
I keep saying it every time, but I can't get any of my children interested in knives, or a couple of my younger grandchildren are showing interest now at 9 and 10. But
yeah, haven't you got that small fixed blade you were using with him? Have you got that still?
Yeah, he hasn't actually had any chance to use it. He hasn't been down a caravan. I told him that's his caravan knife when me and him can just go and sit at the beach and he can use his fixed blade. Too much going on around the house when they're in, so hopefully now he'll get down shortly. This is the last year of my caravan too. We're going to get rid of it.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just becoming too expensive, and I don't want to stay down there all summer anymore. I'd rather be sort of up home as well, and maybe go sort of for weekends away or something like that, rather than just go to the same place every time. This is nothing unusual for me and my wife. We usually get something 3 or 4 years, 5 years later, we change and go on something else. So
well, you could do Paddy's potato peelers on tour then, couldn't you?
yes, definitely.
Maybe you could go and visit Tom while he's muted.
We got to hurry up and get us a flight over there. I want to see the caravan.
I was going to say maybe Tom can stay at the caravan while you're at your other house, Patty.
RJ, are you trying to lose me as a guest? Is this your nice way of losing me as a guest?
I mean, the next step would be getting the vacuum out.
Look, I like Tom so much. If he come over, I might let him go back to you.
Yeah.
My brother from another mother.
No response, Tom, or
No, he's just muted.
Yeah, I've got some background noise going on. I'm muted.
okay, all right. Background noise is what you call it nowadays, boys. Yeah, so.
Yeah, background noise.
AKA a noisy grandkid.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was that Taco Bell lunch, but well, good deal.
So, Richter, where do you see yourself in the next year? At the end of the next year, where do you see your channel?
I'll be rich and famous.
Good answer.
I don't know, man. Where do I see myself? I'm not really looking ahead, honestly. I don't really see myself no more than what's going on right now. I just kind of do it for the fun of it, just to have fun. And like I said, the knife folks that I'm meeting friends and things like that. I enjoy that. I'm just going to keep on enjoying it. Whatever comes out of it, comes out of it.
That's the nice way to be.
Yeah,
It's pretty much it's the only way to be.
Yeah, there seems to be this last sort of year. There seems to be an awful lot of channels are now using it as a venture for it to be a full-time job, nearly. And I'm afraid I make a lot of videos because I like making a lot of videos, but the thought of having to do it would destroy my whole hobby.
Yes, I agree. Anytime that if I had to do like a video every single day, I would not like it. If I felt like I was forced to,
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I would love to, but I don't have the time right now to see if I would like to do it. I like putting out those videos. Every time I put out a video, I feel, pretty good about it and make a fool out of myself on camera and things like that. But I would like to put out a video every day. I don't have time. There's no way. I probably work 50, 60 hours a week, and it's hard to do.
Yes, I get that. I try to do the best I can, but sometimes it's hard to keep up any kind of a schedule.
It's funny saying I'm probably doing more videos now that I'm not working, obviously because I'm not working. But it is like a routine. It keeps me a routine of getting up and doing something. I know it's not very much, but the pleasure I get of getting up and setting up what I'm going to do for a video. I'm a terrible one I pull all my knives out on the table and have a look at them and then see what I want to talk about, what jumps out of the table. Sometimes I can sit there for 2 hours trying to think of something to come up with. Because like after 6 years of making videos, it gets hard to get something new.
Yes, that's for sure. That's why open tags are so much fun. When somebody puts it out and everybody goes around the community, because everyone's collection is different. Everyone tackles the tag slightly differently, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm
actually thinking of retiring my 3 for Thursday and letting somebody else take that and bring up another tag that we can do it for a month or two or whatever. So anybody, Matt, would like that sort of to take over that?
Yep, could possibly think of something. We never know.
There you are. You're up this Thursday. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Great.
Tony's Ponies asked about the word "dang," where that comes from. That's I guess more of a U.S. Colloquialism, so you don't say you know
The
other
other word.
words that you're not supposed to say.
Yeah. It's a comic book sort of thing, one of dang and bang.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, it's just something we say to be kind of polite and not say a bad word. But there you go. Yeah, same as darn. Exactly, Jeroen. Exactly. Treat every video as an open tag, says Tobias. You're right. We should. And I would love to join Skip for Fun Knife Friday. That would be awesome. If I could get directions to the Volcano Club, I'll be there. Yeah, and dang is short for dag nabbit. There you go. Yeah, like Patina. Exactly, Tony's Ponies. Exactly. Right. Exactly, Retro Stew. 3 for Thursday is already an autopilot. That's for sure. Yeah, that 2 for Tuesday, Fun Knife Friday, Fixed Blade Friday. You can have all kinds of different ones. You're right, Zen. There's no bad words, but I guess in certain companies, some are more polite than others. How's that? And you got to know your audience. That's for sure. But I try to be good because kids are watching.
Yeah, there's no bad words. It's just ignorant people.
That too. Let's see. Interesting knives to the Volcano Club. What would be your Volcano Club carry? Say you could go to the Volcano Club, Patty. What would you bring? What knife would be in your pocket?
It would definitely be a Roman sword, short sword in plastic.
Okay, that works. How about you, John?
Volcano Club?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to the Volcano Club.
Oh, geez.
Skip says you gotta show a knife. What
6
are you
foot
bringing?
scythe, a very dark robe, something with a hood and illuminated eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tobias is talking about Throwback Thursday. Warthog has one way back Wednesday that he has put out. I just have not been able to participate yet, but I have some knives lined up for that. 1 minute's taking his kukri. I saw Tom getting out something. What do you got there? Is that your bolo?
That's my bolo.
There you go.
That would be my fixed blade. And
now that's a patina on that.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good patina on there.
You clean your fingernails with that, Tom?
Yep.
You mean one-handed, Tom?
And there, the claw would be in my pocket.
There you go.
Yep, the claw. So I'm ready to go to the Volcano Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join you with the machete. I'll join you with the machete.
Yeah, I just want to see all the Victorinox Tobias has got hanging up. He's like a 3,000 of those.
Yeah, but that's not at the Volcano Club.
I know, but I might have to make a detour.
A detour by the Victorinox shelf.
Yeah.
There you go. How about you, Richter? You got something? If you're going to the Volcano Club, what you're bringing? There you go. That's a PM2, right?
Yep, PM2.
Nice.
And yours is in Maximate, isn't it?
Yeah, because I like them Tieners, man.
I've never tried Maximate. Is it as good as they say?
It's just as good as they say. I love this thing. And the whole reason I got it is because of the patina, right? And this thing, literally, since I got it, I have not sharpened it. I have not sharpened it. And it is smooth. Smooth. Look at that.
That's no big news. I got a lot of knives I've never sharpened.
Yeah, true.
So that's all your knives, Tom. That's every single one of your knives.
Oh, Tom,
okay.
your last sharpening wasn't bad.
Yeah, you did good.
Wasn't good
The
though.
one you just done.
Oh, Maddie.
Boy,
I'm jesting. I'm just jesting.
bail me out
What did
again,
you say?
Richter.
I missed
Bail me
that.
out.
I said it wasn't good either.
What wasn't good?
The weather was terrible here in the UK.
Yeah, that's what we're on about.
Here you go for the Volcano Club. Here's a
There you go.
SRK that's in the carbon 5 steel. How's that?
Like
I
it.
wanted to definitely bring this, since we're talking about carbon knives and patinas. This one won't patina because of the coating it has on it, but definitely a nice carbon blade on there. But yeah, that would be what I would take if I was going to the Volcano Club.
What is SRK? I've forgotten. I can't think
It's,
what SRK stands for.
Survival Rescue Knife. So this is what Cold Steel said would be good for a survival rescue knife. And,
Cold Steel, yeah, that's
Cold
I
Steel.
was watching that. Does any of you ever watch the Bushcraft Boys from across in Europe?
Yeah, the DBK boys.
Yeah, they were showing the
Dutch
new
Bushcraft,
Cold Steel
yeah.
Bowie.
Yeah.
That new Cold Steel Bowie is fantastic looking, but by God, is it pricey?
Yes, it is. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I like
Looks
how
lovely,
it
but
looks, but yeah.
I could never justify that as far as using. I would never use it now. So
Right.
here's a question. Do any of you boys that collect knives a lot, do you ever just find a knife that you didn't know you've lost and you get I was in one of these drawers the other day and I found this old shred knife that I had from I don't know how long ago. It's never been used. I think it was probably one of the ones the Chinese ones used to send me. But
Right.
you know, it's not a half bad little knife. And it's a hollow grind on it. It's cheap plasticky handles with a bit of rubberized grip. But in the hand, it is so comfortable. I'm going to have to do a review on it because I literally just found it in the drawers behind the drawers.
That's awesome. You know, that the same thing happens to me where I find a knife that I knew I had it. In fact, I found one today. Here, I'll bring it up on full screen. But I found a knife that I've been looking for it for a couple of months, and I found it because, all right, Tobias, thank you for coming by. And yes, he says to answer Patty, yes, he's bought knives he forgot he already has even. But I found this trapper from Roper. And this goes all the way back to when you asked me who owned more Ropers between us, and I forgot to pull this one out. So I totally missed it, and it was sitting in a drawer, but it was sitting so that the bolster end was showing, and I totally missed this knife, and I was like wow, what ever happened to that? But then being able to find it, I was like, yes, I have something else I can carry this week.
Oh, Roper do a nice spade blade.
Yeah, this is the Laredo Trapper. So it's got this nice little piece of stag up there and some zebra wood on the rest of the handle there. It's just really very unique looking knife, and really nice spade blade for sure. Wouldn't you agree there, John?
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep, that's
Get
what
the
I thought.
sign out, John.
Is that the only Roper trapper you own, or is there more than one?
You know what? I think it is. I have the small yellow trapper. It's the mid-sized one that came in
right.
that
That's
gift
right.
site.
The pin.
Yeah, in the tin.
Yeah.
So that's it. I just have those two trappers from Roper.
I got you.
But yeah, that's definitely one. And I brought out the muskrat also. I got that here, the one that Zen got for me. I can't find it right now. I thought I had it here on the table. Maybe I left it in the other room. That's possible. Things happen. See, I lose knives that I even pulled for the show. So
It's funny though. You see, if I was to misplace one of my GECs or my case or my collectible knives,
uh-huh.
I would spot it within a couple of seconds of going into my drawers. I would spot one is missing, and I would be on the hunt.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't
Yeah.
stop till I found it. But the sort of knives that pass through the channel,
But if it was
Yeah.
a buck,
no way, no.
you wouldn't find it for a week or two. No, that one you sent Tom, that was a really nice gift of you. The gut hook one, the one that he showed recently. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah,
name
the
of
buck, yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
something? That knife, I'm telling you, it has had a beating. It really has.
it. Yeah, he
my
did
wife
a
bought
nice
it for
job
me.
cleaning that up after you made a mess of it there for me.
Yeah, well, I was giving it him. I wasn't going to clean it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got to work for your gift. God.
Yeah, but my wife bought me that when I started fly fishing, and I wanted a good knife, and because I wasn't a knife person, we went down to this lovely shop, sold all the fancy clothes, fishing clothes and all.
Right.
And this knife was sitting there, and I just thought, oh, that must be for fishing,
Yeah.
And it's so thick for a fishing knife. Like I was fishing for little river trout, a pound is a big one.
Right.
That big knife done every task I gave it, and then I used it when I was bushcrafting. It got battered. It was baton in the butt. It just, and it's for a very narrow steel spring. It's a liner lock, and you'd think it would just give in. Honestly, that knife, I can't tell you how much it went through before it got to Tom.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made a nice job of it now, I have to say.
It can be retired now that it's with Tom.
Well, I said I was giving it to Tom, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
the retirement corner.
sorry, I have to keep popping out. My grandson is here and he keeps acting up like Patty, and I got to go put a stop to it. So
It can't be as bad as Paddy.
he's awful close.
All right.
Oh, hey, I just want to remind everybody, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button.
Yeah, for sure.
How many subs have you got now, Richter?
How many what?
Subs?
I think right close to 600.
Come on,
Well,
then.
we
Let's
need-
get him up to 600.
we
If
need
you're
to
out there,
rectify
go
that
and subscribe
situation.
to Richter Knives.
Absolutely.
And if you're watching this a day later, still go and do it. And if you're watching it 2 weeks later, go and hit his button.
Exactly.
Yeah, hit it. That's what I'm talking about.
Where is it again, Richter? You show us in the videos. Where is it?
Right there.
There you go.
We'll get a link up there, Richter.
Play with Richter's button.
There you go.
Oof.
Sometimes you got to push it 11 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're going to continually keep pushing it?
11 day. I love it.
11 times. For sure. All right. Well, anybody got anything else? Have we run out?
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
allowed
kind
to
of
speak.
light week for me for ordering anything. So I'm
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
trying to save for the
The
big
big one?
Corona.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Quick question from Martin Riley. Actually, I was wondering that too. Richter, do you know what happened to Joe at Messer HQ? Looks like he's taken down his channel, and he was a channel I used to watch before I had my channel. I learned a lot about slip joints and stuff from him. So,
I talk to him sometimes, and I didn't ask him why he took it down. I just know he probably has his reasons. I don't want to,
yeah,
get into that with him. I'm sure he has a reason. You don't just, delete your channel or whatever for no reason. So,
right.
I'm kind of respecting that or whatever. But he's a cool guy. I used to love his channel. I think I might know every single knife he has. I like it. Just like there's a bunch of channels. I bet you I know probably every knife they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would know every knife he has as well, because I think I tried to get every knife he had.
Right?
Right,
Right.
exactly.
I actually got a couple from him. We've done a lot of trading.
Now, I remember
saw that.
swapped. He used to do a wee segment where he would get a clone knife and a proper knife and do the comparisons. And I remember he borrowed my Benchmade 940 to put it down because he didn't have one. So I sent him over the 940 so he could do the clone version of it. But yeah, he was very knowledgeable as well.
Very. Yes.
It was Messer HQ, Gary. That's who we're talking about. I saw you had a comment alert there, Tom.
Yeah, Prop Blast was asking, can you shoot videos and put them on YouTube? But can you shoot them with an iPhone? Well, I can't answer the iPhone, but I can answer, a regular Android phone. I do all my videos on this. So.
Yep, I use iPhone for all of my videos. Yep.
I can't use an iPhone. It's too complicated. I'm Android. And that's the truth. That is the truth.
That's me too, Patty.
I thought the iPhone was supposed to be the simple one, and the Android was.
No, Patty's the simple one.
Yep, mine is really simple. I actually got a new one. I got the what is it? The Google Pixel.
Oh, hello, me too.
Yeah, and I have to say it's a wee bit different than the other Androids, but it was easy enough for me to work out how to use it. So, yep.
Well, then
simple Denali over here.
That's all. As long as it's Patty approved, that's all you need to know.
It's Patty approved.
I would just add, Prop Blast, you or anyone else that's interested in starting a channel, if you got questions, I don't know, I think on everyone else's About Me page on YouTube, it's got our email address. If you're having questions or need some help or assistance, I'll bet you just about everybody on this panel would help you get started.
Yeah.
Except
even
for Patty.
Not except for Paddy. Even he's join the Discord. Join the Discord.
I give you no information whatsoever. Do not email me. I have no idea.
He can barely work the email as it is now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
give you a lowdown of Paddy's help. It's pick up a knife, rant for 25 minutes.
How's this? 5 out of 6 channels recommend you contact them if you have questions. But no, I would encourage anybody that wants to start a knife channel, start it. Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. Just do it. I mean, that's how that's how I learned.
Yeah.
Just jump.
That is getting the guts to do it.
Yeah, just do it.
J.O. And then there was a question. Radar wants to know if Ashley Harrison takes orders.
He does.
His books are closed at the minute. But if you go onto his Instagram every day, just go on and hit it at different times during the day, because he'll often just put one up. If he's got an extra one, he'll put them up for sale.
You can also set so when he posts pictures, it notifies you. That's what I've got on mine. And as soon as it bings up, I'm straight on there looking to see what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even care if I know what it is. I'll just take it. If I've got the money in my pocket, I'll buy it.
Is it available? Right. Can I buy this? First comment's always Paddy, so you always missed out.
If you ever get in a car accident, I'll know why. It was Ashley. So.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I have to say, I think I'm up to about, I think 8 or 9 of his knives that I still have. And I just love them. It's very simple knives. There's nothing complicated about them. They just work. They're always an 01 tool steel, which I love as a tool steel. And he doesn't even Rockwell them that hard. There's a lot of other people say, oh, you need it Rockwell. His is so easy to sharpen. The 01 tool steel is just fantastic. That's lovely. I like the handle on that.
Patty, I got a question for you. Just to kind of clear up this thing about Ashley Harrison and the tank stamps that they use. I just recently did that review of it's Arthur Wright and Sons. For those that don't know that there's a connection there. But Arthur Wright and Sons, Barlow, and you're saying that sometimes they use the more generic tank stamp and sometimes they use one that has their name on it. And I don't mean the one with the candelabra type W.
Yeah,
I mean like the
Ashley Harrison, if you take it, it's just like like any of your Chinese shops that make knives for different people. Arthur Wright, well, all the companies in Sheffield, they make knives for other people, and they'll either put their time stamp on, they'll put their maker's mark on it. But the ones that you just see Sheffield, England, are usually ones that you'll get in the tourist shops and things like that. They're no different. They mightn't be as perfect as maybe one from Arthur Wright, but Arthur Wright is the ones from the factory they're making on their name and selling on behalf of them. But the other ones are it's just like any big knife company. Now they make for other people, but they'll not, they don't put their time stamp on. They just put that generic one on, because a lot of the knife makers in the UK are making more for the tourist industry than they are for anything else at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So that's just the difference. It's not a big difference at all. Sometimes the quality is not quite up to spec, but it's never that bad. You've got them. As a work knife, they're just fantastic.
Yeah, actually the one with the generic stamp was better than the one with the Arthur Wright stamp. So
a lot of the times, like Arthur Wright has just changed hands. Well, it's in the last sort of 8 to 10 years, it changed hands to Ashley and his father, Michael. So the older ones as well, it's taken them a while to build up the reputation. It had gone really downhill before it was sold. So they're they're lifting it up, and they're doing a really good job, because it's not an overnight fix. These are hand-finished, handmade knives, and to get the staff and rebuild a company, I think they've done a smashing job, and they're getting better and better. So that's a good thing. And Ashley's really keen. Like, he's not a full-time custom maker. He just makes it in his spare time. When he's finished work, he goes to his wee workshop and he tries different things out. And that's why I love getting his prototypes. That there's nothing on the time stamp if they're a prototype. But
you've got that whiskey barrel one, right? That was a prototype. Is that the right one?
It's whiskey barrel 01 tool steel with an easy open. Showed that earlier on. It's this knife here. An absolutely beautiful knife. Yep. A spear point with the easy open notch on it. And it was the first time he had done. Arthur Wright don't do this one. So he just practiced doing it, and he'd done a couple of them. And once he'd found out, that's okay, I'll do it, he put them up for sale for 50 quid. I couldn't get it off him quick enough. It's in absolutely perfect nick, good strong back spring. Centered is perfect. That's how thick I am. I keep showing it to the screen and not the camera.
Yeah.
It's a, he's just, to get a custom knife from him that's, for anywhere from 50 quid to 130, depends what it is. That's fantastic to get a handmade custom knife.
Yeah, I think this was 80.
Yeah, that's around, most of them around that 70 to 100.
Yeah, that's got the burlap micarta.
Yeah, I'm actually going to probably send one of mine in and get that burlap put on it. I've got bone on it, but I really fancy that burlap.
Really, really nice. Takes a wicked edge. Obviously, it's that 01.
You want to show that tang stamp to kind of show the fellows what
I
thought about just the candelabra one?
Yeah. I thought it was a candelabra, but it's A and S, but the big W is the Arthur Wright and Son. So the candelabra is the W.
Like the pull on it as well, the snap and just everything about it, it's brilliant. You can't go wrong, and you're paying £70. What's that, $85 for a custom handmade knife by one person? You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
No. And then, Paddy, earlier on, you brought up about the acid etching or acid washing by Dan at Blade Bridge. I brought out the sack. See, Tom, look, I've got a nice little. I've used the screwdriver. Look at this. So this is the acid wash he does on the blades. And as you can see, trying to get it's all. For some reason, my camera's gone backwards. Don't ask me why. Really nicely made. Nice. It's all sort of hand pinned himself. This one has the orange G10 liners in it.
That's cool.
And this wasn't expensive either, and it's custom made by him. Pretty much puts it all together himself. He puts a nice razor's edge on all the blades. I mean, you can't go wrong. I was speaking to him the other night, and unfortunately, his Facebook page got taken down because of conflict of interest or something. So he's just on Instagram now on his website. So I'm just going to chuck his website in the in the comments. But if you're interested, please go check him out. Because he's a fantastic guy. He'll always speak to you.
You can get it made up to whatever you like, and he doesn't charge. He's easy paid.
Yeah, look at Tom. Tom's got it now.
He'll post to America anywhere, and he doesn't overcharge for the post. It's just what it costs him.
So, check his website in there. His website has a few bits and pieces on it, but if you go to Blade Bridge Limited on Instagram, I'll get that in there as well in a minute. He always posts like special things he gets on there. Like at the minute, he's got a Canadian World War II sort of army knife from 1942, I believe it is. Case made one. That's on there. He's got loads of different stuff on there. But especially if in the UK, it's a great place to go and get something unique.
Nice. Very cool. Did you see Jeroen's tech tip for you, Patty?
What's that?
The little round glass, that's the camera, and the big flat screen, that's the display. So
yeah, the little green dot is where you show the knife.
Right.
Can I unsub people? How do you do that?
Yeah, you're going to block his sub?
We definitely should have the ability to do unplugged and a big thing comes up on the screen. Get out of here. Just
I've been practicing. Not only can I see through my hands and through the knife, I can twirl.
Oh,
rotate.
Can you do it? Can you do it eating a Twinkie though?
Well, let me see. It was time for another Twinkie. Well, we'll try it here. I'll practice off camera. How's that? No, that's a golfer's knife. I don't know if people have seen that. Yeah. One of these.
Yeah.
Picked this up at an antique store just the other day. They were having a moving sale, and they had 75% off on everything. So this was like 50 cents or something like that. Yeah, a unique knife.
Can you name the tools on it, Tom?
No. Of course,
you have to be a
you can only name the tool that's holding it.
John, but just looking at it, one looks like a Twinkie fork here. No, that don't work.
Never stop on a flip joint.
Take the plastic off and it'll be a Twinkie fork. That's it. Or I can roast my Twinkie over a fire.
Do you know the tools, John?
Oh, I knew what that fork is. That's a divot repair tool.
Yeah, one. And of course, you got your cap lifter. And this one, I think, is... What's this one here? It's like a screwdriver or something. It's to fix your woods or your irons or something. I think this thing here.
Oh, clean out the slots in your.
Or clean out the slots. Yeah, that's what it is. And then there's another little horseshoe thing here. I don't know what.
Oh, what's that big shiny thing on the end on your right hand side?
That's actually a knife blade.
Oh, that's the knife. Right.
That's the knife blade. Yep.
Oh, the little short ones for cleaning your shoes.
The little short ones for putting in your cleats to undo your.
Sure. Yeah, that's right. It's
a
cleat tool. Yep.
There you go. Patty knows he's a golfer.
You got to
another one of my sports.
You're a golfer.
I was. I don't play now.
I had to give it up, Patty.
That's the only thing I'd say, like an Irish.
I'd get to that 18th hole and hit it, and I could never get it in the clown's mouth, and he'd laugh at me all the time.
You just ruined John. He just gulped his drink everywhere.
Tommy got me on that one. The windmills.
Yeah, the windmills. Yeah, they were frustrating too. Yep.
That's a tip for Tommy.
Thank you. Coming closer, Patty.
Oh yeah.
Another 2 cent closer.
That's a little bit. There'll be a bit of whittling on my coat today.
Yeah, like I said, Tom, you ever get over to Ireland, all you got to do is just ask somebody where Patty is, and you'll find him right away.
Yep,
I'm sure she'll go to the right Ireland.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yep, that too.
Oh, I'm known across the border too. Doesn't matter.
Are you? Oh no.
Well, he's welcome to come over here and visit Irish Town. That's about 30, 40 miles away from me. So
Why?
why? To come see me.
I live
Yeah,
in an
same
Irish
question.
town.
Same question. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like you going to America Town.
I dressed up in green and everything.
I've gone to a different country not to explore their culture, not to see my own.
Yeah.
I can do that at home.
Oh dear.
Oh my. We've
God,
gone
have
off
you been
the
going
rails.
for 2
Anyone got anything? Anyone got anything big coming? I know John's saving up something big. Anyone got any sort of like big Grail knives coming?
No, I'm saving up for that GEC number 56. So that'll take this month's
What shape is that,
collection
Patty?
from
What shape is the 56? I'm not familiar.
the dog leg I showed earlier on there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right.
Don't worry. I'm used to you just not watching me.
I can't keep the numbers straight, Patty, with all the GC.
Yeah, there's a new one.
I have one, and I got the number wrong when I was on Tom's show. I showed it. And I was like, this is the number 15. Then I showed the tube, and it clearly shows number 14 on the tube. So.
But no, it's actually a nice one because one of our members died this year. Not nice that he died. He died this year, and they're gonna get this one. No, I didn't mean that bad. I mean it's.
Sorry,
Don't get me in trouble.
We're not orators here, people. We are not orators.
Do not put that on your show. Do not put that on your show.
That can be the start.
Don't make me do it, but making a big deal of it.
I'm just going to record the clip real quick,
from one
okay?
of our long-term members who passed away this year, sadly, and his favorite pattern was a 56. So they're going to get GEC if they can to make a 56 with our club name on it.
Okay.
Now move on quickly.
All right.
We never heard it.
Do not put that in your show.
I heard it. I've already recorded a clip. It's your fault.
The sound will remind me where to edit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you are bad people.
Correct.
Most of the time.
So can we talk about that a little bit? The work sharp thing. You guys want to discuss that a little bit before we take off?
If you want to.
Knife sharpening bores me.
I know we talked about it a little bit before the show, but I thought maybe the discussion could carry over.
Sure.
No, actually, that video you and Slippy did was very good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks. I just meant the sharpener. I'm really impressed with the way it looks and all that.
I'm pretty keen for it.
Proclaims it can do, and I know it's not something that everyone's going to need, and at $300, it's pretty expensive. But again, I think it's a nice improvement over the other one, and it's to me a really good. There's just a kind of warm, fuzzy feeling when you have a company that really is
listens to
making that kind of an effort. I think to listen to the customers.
Yeah, but it's not even like they've just taken one improvement and gone with it, and then they'll do another improvement later. They've taken a whole bunch at once and pretty much done everything at once.
Yeah.
Yes, they haven't drawn it out over 5 years.
No.
One a year for 5 years, another improvement.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, there's not many companies that'll do that.
Yeah, it seems like a major step forward. So.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I mean, they have sorry, go ahead, Richter.
So, to the uninformed, John, what is the major improvement?
Well, there's more than one major improvement, in my opinion. One of the things is that they've added this little table that you slide on there for the small blades. So it's a kind of more of a little bit more freehand. It's not freehand. You still use the guided part, but you hold the blade to a magnet.
Okay.
So the clip's not there. There's no clip involved. You just hold it to a magnet, and then you can sharpen it that way. So you can use infinitely small blades at that point. Another thing that they made a major change was this all metal construction, and it also allows you to rock back the entire unit like at a 45-degree angle, so you can clear like a really large blade, like probably like maybe an 8-inch blade even would fit on there.
Yeah, Even more so if the sharpener's not near the edge of your desk, you can even use that. You know, if you can't get like all the way with the grind all the way down, there's so many different things that are just great about it.
Yeah, and one other thing is, I don't know if you've used it. You know, when you go to rotate the knife, you would have the arm on one side or the other, and you have to kind of try to avoid the arm. Now you can position it up at the top where it's out of the way. It kind of has like a place to hold the arm while you're rotating the blade. So they just done a lot of really good things. I think overall it's just a really well thought out product at this point. Of course, they'll find flaws with it. Everybody will find a flaw with it, but I think at this point it's it's got 5, 6, 7 different things that they've all really put a lot of thought into that was maybe a little bit of a problem with the older plastic one. So.
Yeah, I think if you're not a knife sharpener and you've no real interest in learning how to freehand, it is the perfect tool. To me, I think it's perfect because you can do everything. As you say, kitchen knives, small pen blades. There's the ability to do everything well.
Right. That was what I was going to say. They really improved how you can sharpen the smaller, knives that are typically what we carry.
Yeah,
you
can never get the angle.
Right. That was the one thing with the first, Work Sharp Precision Adjust, is that it was good for, a knife like this, like a regular size EDC blade. But if you wanted to work on, something, this size, like on the Trapper, it was, kind of hard to get that to sharpen on there because the way the clamp was and the angle you were hitting the clamp if you didn't, and then it wasn't held securely if you had the knife out that far on the clamp so that your angle could be correct. So it's good that they put in that table and stuff. It's going to be helpful, but yeah, I agree with you. The cost is a little steep, but when you look at what you're getting compared to, like, say, even like a KME and some of these other sharpening systems, I mean, because let's face it, you can go sharpening systems are just like anything else. You can go from $20 to over $1,000. It just depends on what you want. What are the features, So,
but I would still advise people to learn how to hand sharpen. I think that's such a value, is learning how to hand sharpen.
I agree.
That's why I haven't invested in a system, if you will. I'm still trying to get freehand sharpening down. I want to perfect that or come as close to perfection as I can on that, and then move on, because I know if I buy the system, I'll never go back to trying to freehand. And freehand is what you need if you're ever in a survival situation or something like that. That's a skill you need to know.
Yeah. What were you going to say earlier, Richter? Richter, you got interrupted.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say, well, I had a thought, like you were just saying, Tom. If you got that, you probably wouldn't go back to the freehand or whatever. I think the freehand, knowing how to freehand and using that system helps you out quite a bit. And you could take what you've learned from freehand and use it there, even though it's a fixed system.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to say, I'm sorry. Also, I was going to say, what are y'all's thoughts about that system right there compared to the others in the same price class? Like, say, for example, the Edge Pro.
I'm just not that familiar with.
Personally, I think it's better.
The other ones, yeah. I mean, I know more about like the Lansky compared to the, the Elite, and there's another model like the Lansky. I can't think of the name brand that I had. I used it about 5 times, and I was like, nah, I don't like this thing. It's very simple, similar to the Lansky, but a different brand, I believe. But I'm not familiar with a lot of the other sharpeners. To be honest with you, I think
the one thing that I think it is so simple to use that if you've just bought a £300 knife and it's your most expensive knife ever, you would be quite comfortable. It's that basic enough, and by basic I don't mean badly made or cheaply made. It's so simple to follow how to use it that you wouldn't mind putting that knife on and giving it a go. And that's got to be the test. Would I put a £500 knife on that sharpening system? And the answer is yes, because I could do it in the cheap one, and that one's even better.
But if you're like Matt and you're shaky, and you get nervous.
Yeah.
You got a $500 knife
if
you're trying to
hands
sharpen.
like this.
That clamp's going to come in handy, won't it?
Yeah, the clamp's real helpful.
Let's be honest, that's only one of Matt's problems.
I've got so many problems. When I know these 5 guys, that's one problem.
Well, the thing with those sharpening systems, Richter, is that I've seen YouTube videos of them, but I don't know anybody that owns any. I've never seen one in person, so that makes it kind of tough to compare them. But I have seen all kinds of different sharpening systems there on YouTube that you can buy or go through. But I think for the most part, use whatever you want to use to sharpen, but stropping is what makes a huge difference in a day-to-day use of a knife, and you won't have to sharpen as much if you strop on a regular basis.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
one
a
of them
really
folks
important point.
that I'm one of them folks that don't want to spend half my day setting
Right.
something up. That's why I like freehand sharpening, because I could literally just grab a stone and sharpen it and strop it, and it's done. I don't have to pull out this piece, clamp on this piece, and change. It's just a lot easier to me. I know a lot of people have a hard time with freehand sharpening, and really, what I got to say to that is, it just takes practice. Nobody freehand sharpens their second, third time and is like, "Oh, well, this is easy." It just takes.
Right.
Well, no, it's a horrible thing to learn. Like, it's nice to learn, but it's so hard.
Well, I think one of the things about this new system that's good with it, like you're saying, you don't want to have to sit there and put it together. The way that they have it designed, it is designed to basically you can have it put together, ready to go, and all you're going to do is change plates because of the new way that you can hold the arm, vertically in the tower part of it, with it having a base. You just set it up in your garage or wherever your space is for sharpening, and then you just have it there.
What kills me is I literally just bought the older version, and I hate that I spent that money now because I really want the new one.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying in the video that Matt and Slippy were, or Slippy and
Matt and Slippy. Holy
Matt
cow.
and Slippy.
Well, that's me and me.
They're two sides of the same coin.
That's one messed up coin.
I'm telling you.
You should try being me. You just know me. Try being me.
My my brain is slipped. I'm sorry.
It might be time.
The one thing them systems are very good for is if you want to set a new angle on a knife.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fantastic for reprofiling because you get that even bevel all the way up. And then when you're free-handed, it's easier to follow. And that's the truth. I mean, that's all I really ever use them for. But the other thing is them systems, it gets you into the habit that you have to use 6 stones to go through this progression. But when you're hand sharpening, you don't, I mean, you'll maybe use a 400 and an 800 and then a strop, and that's you gone. You've walked away. It's done. It's nice.
I've never done that with it though, Patty. I start with a 600 if I don't feel like I need to go any heavier than that.
Oh yeah. You can do it.
Like
they sell you
if you're reprofiling, then the 220, it's nice just to quickly get where you need to get. But
exactly,
right. It knocks off a lot of steel quickly, and then you can just finish.
And to be honest with you, I would rather if they came out with a 50.
Yeah,
that just
like 1-2 swipes be done.
50, just go out and rub your knife on the sidewalk. Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Or drone is confused. We have the Matt and Slippy show. Is that different than the John and TK show?
Absolutely, it is.
Absolutely is. Yes.
Two different shows.
Okay.
Two different
shows. Okay.
And separate channels for each. Be sure to sub.
We're trying to confuse people with where we're gonna
hit the like button.
Yeah.
Please don't take back your like button hit if you've already hit the like button.
Please keep the likes.
Yeah, sometimes we have problems. What can I say?
Sometimes.
We're
What do you
human.
mean
What do you expect?
sometimes?
Yeah, what do you
All the
expect?
time.
Longer beards from Richter is what we expect. I think that's what it is.
There you go.
Your next appearance,
working
Richter,
on
you're going to have some.
It's
Santa
all right.
Claus
It's all right,
going on.
Rick. Mine isn't grey, so I don't really properly fit in.
Your wife's going to hate us all by the time this is over.
He likes the beard.
So
Yeah,
what,
who are those idiots you were talking to for hours?
so what Matt is saying is he doesn't have any nice patina in his beard.
No.
I don't have beard patina yet. No, I just have
No
a
beard
nice
patina.
fresh. No.
I really like that beard patina. Now that's lovely. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Sog Grunt? I'm glad you
Oh,
showed up. We were just
Sog
watching
Grunt.
you yesterday.
Yeah, enjoyed your chat with the fellas yesterday, Sog. That was awesome.
I- Yeah, it was
Am
nice
I
to see you
missing
alive.
somebody? Who's that called?
Sog Grunt.
Grunt.
Sog Grunt.
Yes.
That's a new one to me.
Well, that's
Is that a
I'll
channel?
translate. I'll translate. He likes or collects SOG knives and uses them, and he was a grunt in the army. He was a ground pounder, soldier. They
Thank
call
you.
him
That's
grunt.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just call them hole diggers.
Yeah.
Rough.
I won't tell you what us sailors call them, but we do have a family show after all.
That's true. That's true. We can only
Yeah,
take.
if I've got to behave, Tom, you have to behave.
That's
yeah,
right.
we can only take so much Navy vernacular on here.
Yeah.
Right. He's going to start using big words. I'm going.
There you go. But yes, he has a channel, Patty. I think you'd probably enjoy it.
I'll go and check him out.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the Sog Grunt. It's not as if I'll forget that name. That is a cracking name.
All right,
Yeah.
Dylan is heading out, and yes, that's right. Once he says he's heading out, and once you go spay, you never say nay. There you go.
I love him already.
Oh,
so now you can sub him back, Patty.
Definitely. I'm on there. As soon as I get off.
Don't unsub him.
Let me get the SOG Grunts channel up
yeah.
here.
Let's get a link to his channel for anyone that has not subscribed. Definitely do
I
that.
have to remember the name. I don't know how you do the link.
Oh, Tom's
Just
going to put
literally
it
tap
into
the link.
the. Tom's going to put it
Huh?
into the chat.
Yeah, but
I'll
then
send
I'll
it
have
to you.
to-
Patty. I'll send it to you on Instagram. You just got to tap it.
Yeah, but do you not have to put it on your YouTube channel
No, you just tap it and press subscribe.
on Instagram?
Yeah.
The link will.
Oh,
take
you're
you
knocking
from-
on my head now.
Well,
There's
see,
the link.
when you get the message on Instagram, when you touch the link, it's going to take you to YouTube, and then you can subscribe there. How's that? Does that make sense?
Or you can come back and watch this replay and check the comments and
Heavens
there's the
above,
link.
no. That's for other people to watch, not me.
Oh,
yeah, he
my
was on
goodness.
Big J's Knives and Boston Blade Reviews live yesterday, and he did a wonderful job. I guess he was
I
kind of
missed their
nervous
show
about being
yesterday.
on there, but he did wonderful.
Yeah,
I
he
missed
did-
their
he did
show.
just fine. Once you start doing the live streams, then you want to keep doing them. That's for sure. Although
Well,
I don't
want to keep
I don't know
doing
if
them.
Richter feels that way, but the rest of us do.
I don't know, Richter. He forces me on him. So
Well, how else are you going to get paid, Tom? If you're not on the show, you're not going to get paid.
well, he keeps saying he's going to double my pay. So
I
yeah.
doubled it last week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
still
double
getting
nothing
nothing.
is still nothing.
Tell
Yeah,
you what, I'll double it again next week if you show back up. How's that?
And I'll still get nothing.
yeah.
My phone's going mad with
Zero-sum
dingies.
game. What did you say, Patty? I didn't hear
Patty's
that.
having technological issues again.
I've got wee dingies all gone over on my phone. I don't have many dingies.
we should have we could have the Patty Tech show. That'd be an
Here.
hour of laughs.
Patty's OnlyFans channel just got its first payment.
Randy's WSG has sent me a thing to push, so I've got it on here, so I don't need it now. Thank you, folks.
Yeah,
Randy's
press
a nice
that and then
man.
press subscribe.
Thank
Thank you, Randy.
you, Randy, for helping Patty out.
Yes, thank you.
And you didn't even have to use semaphore. That's awesome.
No, and you didn't have to. You didn't
Don't
have to
make me
BM
do
it.
it. Don't
Yeah,
make me do it.
did you PM him or
What
DM
have
him
you
or
got- what have you
PM him?
got there, Patty?
I really, really want to.
Oh, I know you were just going to say that I was number one. That's okay.
I think I could do a shameless plug.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
shamelessly
ready?
plug it.
Ready? Patty's Institute for the Advancement of Knife Channels. Stop by the caravan today.
Wow.
Oh my.
Right. That's a new one. I haven't been called a traveler for a long time.
Oh. Gotcha.
Right, have you finished talking yet? I want to go and kiss my wife.
Sure.
Okay.
It's Saturday night. It's kiss night.
It's
It's
Sunday
Sunday
night.
night, Paddy.
Damn it, I missed it again.
I don't know who
25
you're
years
trying
it's
to
been
laugh
like this.
Oh.
Oh man.
All right. Well, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Richter, for putting up with our shenanigans. I hope you had a good time.
I did.
It's
I had
been a
good time.
joy.
Thank y'all.
It was really good to see you. I hope you'll come back again in the future.
Yeah,
Anytime.
don't let Patty scare you off.
Eat pizza and what else you got there, John? Anything?
He can come back when we're a millionaire. When he's a
Nah.
millionaire, back on.
Just
We
remember,
helped him to get there.
one man's patina is I said that totally backwards. One man's rust is another man's patina.
There
Thank you
you
for
go.
coming on.
That's from the John and
Thanks for
Thrifty
coming on,
show.
Richter. Really appreciate all your wonderful insight. And
Yep. Enjoy your content. That's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck with the channel.
Yeah, for sure. And yes, definitely when you become a rich and famous, don't forget us little guys
Yes.
that helped get you there.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget the little people.
Your channel probably lost half its subs today, but
Thank y'all.
but hopefully it won't be that bad. All right. Thank you guys for being in the
Take care,
chat.
everybody.
We're gonna go ahead and sign off now before we get thrown off the air.
take care, everybody.
And if you've watched this whole thing, go and get some tablets.
God bless you if you watch this whole thing, especially on replay. We'll see you next week. Take it easy.